Why'd you turn your light off?
It's a big reveal, man.
Because he's gonna reveal himself when he.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Talks about
flash
his week.
everyone. You're getting a flash. You're getting a flash. Everyone's getting flashed. Jumba, 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 jumba.
Best international movie. $5 is Parasite. Oh, it is.
Jumba, jumba, jumba,
Imagine that.
Yo, can I get a boneless pizza?
Here, let me get a boneless pizza.
Boneless pizza?
Excuse me, sir. Pizza doesn't come with bones. Then what's the problem?
Bro, you smoking that pack?
Second award.
Hello, thank you for calling Pete's Pizzeria and Abortion Center's lost today's song. Can I help you? Oh, you missed it?
No, the internet censored you.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the internet. Hi
What'd
there,
you say?
Sandmate.
I heard some of it. It sounded savage for a minute.
Thank you for calling Pete's Pizzeria and Abortion Center. Yesterday's loss is today's sauce. How may I help you?
Oh my god. That one's bad, bro.
It's fucking great.
Jeez. That's savage. That's real.
Oh, that's good.
Man, the director of Parasite's translator is fucking hot. She's a hot Asian.
Hi there, Sandmate. How are you doing today?
She is. I know why you picked her now.
Are you sexist fuck?
Dude, she's like 20 years old and smoking hot. You know for a fact she's saying, me so horny.
Okay,
Probably
that's
not.
racist.
That is extremely racist.
What the fuck? Oh, no, in the 1 year.
Remember, I am live with audio. Just saying.
It's good. It's for the Patreon listeners. The preamble. This gets deleted from the podcast anyways when it goes to the audio only version. So if you're not listening now, then you're missing out.
I mean, I guess.
Hey, and I didn't make it racist. You're the ones that brought light to it, okay? I was just speaking words.
I'm
and then
sorry.
You said it's racist.
Hold the phone there, Chief. Hold.
That's not how racism works, sir.
I was just speaking words, okay?
Which happened to be racist.
I was duplicating her language.
No,
No,
okay,
you
that's
weren't.
Racist.
I was representing the Asian community.
No, you weren't.
Difference.
Something like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we just get on with this?
John
Can anyone
singing
else
the
hear
kind of
him? I
answer.
don't speak wrong.
Can we just can we
I'm 100%.
can we get started with the fucking podcast already?
Sure can. We're ready to go.
Let's fucking go.
I got my Angry Orchard. I got my Nakatine. I don't have my fucking applesauce.
Yeah, my
Angry Orchard, though.
I'm
Yeah,
in
it
the
is.
bottom
It's
right,
liquid form applesauce.
and
Listen to
it's
the
for a
Tiny Dancer
reveal.
by Elton John.
I'm honestly probably going to end up disappearing at some point for like 5 seconds and going to grab another thing of applesauce. Just to be straight with you.
My
I was
favorite
like,
gay guy.
I was
fucking offensive right now.
No,
Bro,
I'm
I was so excited to eat my applesauce. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just got into like this huge applesauce kick the past couple of days.
who
And I
gets
got-
into an applesauce kick?
Bro, applesauce is so okay, bro. Downstairs, I got like the classic cinnamon, and then I got peach mango applesauce, and it's fucking lit. And then I got
So then
mixed
it's not
berry
ap-
applesauce.
So then
it's
that's not
with
applesauce.
this shit in it.
It's this shit that's in a sauce.
Shut the fuck up.
No,
Let's
you
get
shut the fuck up. Hold on, we're discussing
Listen
things
here,
that
you
is.
racist fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I put all my mic's things on. It's 8:30. Here it's 10:30
It's
there. So
it's
just gonna go to,
8:30
like,
here. Yeah, it is. Sure is.
It's gonna go to fucking 2 a.m. So okay, let's go. Okay, ready?
Oh.
If you're not ready, it sucks. We're starting.
Fucking applesauce is just apples and sauce.
Okay,
You
5,
fuck.
4, 3. Get it out. 2.
You don't.
Applesauce. applesauce.
No, you. Okay,
Welcome,
all right.
ladies and gentlemen,
Ow.
to the Level Unlock podcast.
Jesus Christ, you're
Episode
loud.
54,
Oh Jesus.
our 1-year anniversary edition.
God,
Yes,
you are
I had to
so
talk loud. Make sure everyone shuts the fuck up
No,
so we
like
can
you're
welcome you
peeking.
to this podcast.
But last week, there's 52 weeks in a year. How is episode 53? Our year
Because
just-
This is
because
54.
yeah,
Yesterday was the 1 year. Like yesterday
Well-
was the actual 1 year of the podcast. Yes.
But I know we've made way more than.
it's
like, there's
because
episodes that haven't even
We did
counted.
specials.
yeah, we did some specials. That's how we did the E3 and then what, the Gamescom one?
And our 1 year when we did the Christmas episode, or no, not the Christmas episode, the year in review.
Oh
we
yeah.
didn't count that.
Oh.
We didn't count that as a number. That's
Okay.
why it seems kind of off because we didn't count that as one of the things. And then
Okay.
we did a couple of them where
Yeah,
we
I
did
know that, so,
E3,
like,
we did
Gamescom.
Game Awards, Gamescom.
Oh yeah, we did Game Award. Well, the Game Awards wasn't. We just streamed that,
and we just streamed that.
and I got
And
like 100
special.
content IDs.
We did a couple special ones, and then we did the year and decade in review. We didn't count that as our as one of them. So we started the following week by still doing the episodes. We've done like 60 episodes plus.
Yeah, we done
Yeah.
like a stupid amount.
A lot amount.
So yeah,
A
we've
lot
done
amount.
way more.
Okay.
So, but
Just in case anybody out there was wondering.
yeah. So yeah,
Now you know.
the numbers don't add up with everything else, but this is for those who are listening. Once again, welcome everybody. Thanks for hanging out. This is our
shit.
1 year anniversary episode. We've been doing this for one solid year, ladies and gentlemen.
We have.
365 days, 366 days, because yesterday was our 1 year anniversary, which is huge.
Whoop whoop.
Last February, James sent me a text. Said, hey, let's do a podcast. Sure. We want to do it of, I don't know, video games? Perfect. Let's make it happen. 2 weeks later, Schroeder was like, hey, I like your guys' podcast. Can I be
Thanks,
on a
man.
special guest? Sure. Every week since, he's been on.
Every week they send me an email. Please stop showing up.
Yeah. Like, dude, man, you're awful. We can't have
We
you
fired
on.
him, like-
Schroeder's like, fuck you.
We fired him, like 50 some episodes ago.
Yeah,
did.
but like a bad rash, I just won't go away.
And he was like, yeah, that sucks. You're stuck with me. And then
Mm-hmm.
Nate James came aboard. No one asked for him, and he was like, screw you guys.
He just
Show
showed
up
up
one day.
one day.
He's like, I got the stream key now. Now you're stuck.
Exactly.
And then, like a couple weeks later, Mark was like, "Oh, what's this? A podcast?" I'm not even gonna tell him coming on. I'm just gonna log in and I'm
just
gonna
hacked
sit
his
here.
way in.
Yeah. So then that's.
Show up and see what-
Period. Changed
I'm
all
just
our
gonna-
overlays and everything.
I'm just gonna see if they actually say anything, kick me out. If they don't, I'm good. Like the guy that sneaks into a press conference that shouldn't be there. Like, I'm not supposed
Nah.
to be here.
But
It's funny
no one
too.
says anything. I'm good.
'Cause if,
But you're
after
quiet.
You guys,
supposed to, so why not? I guess.
Yeah.
It just becomes the norm.
Honestly.
So yeah, that was the story for those who haven't.
that's how it all came to be.
Yeah, for the Level Unlock podcast crew. So once again, thank you guys really quick. Not once again, it's the first time saying it. Thank you guys for your loving
well, no,
support. For
we say it every time. We say it every
Oh, yeah, we
every
do, we do.
episode. So this isn't the first
yeah, we do.
time.
But
We're
yeah,
not
thanks,
ungrateful yet.
No, we are not
Wait
yet.
until we become huge and we become ungrateful. We
Yeah.
become
Yeah.
ungrateful sellouts.
Yep, and then we're self as fucks. You want to talk to us? How dare you speak to me, mortal? Just like, who are you? You're gods.
We're gonna have Walker and I are gonna have boxing things happen where we fucking I'll move over to Europe for a little bit. He'll be here, and then we'll say something about
Start
each
the
other's
beef.
family or something. Yeah.
Be like, give me a banana, servant. They gives me a banana. I throw it on the floor and I fight for it.
That huge block. I don't know what it is. If
That's
it's
the level
if
we're
it's
gonna
this,
be.
this is I think it is pop filter.
That's
I
the
don't know
goal.
what
if
it
you don't
is.
get there, then did you really make it? Come on now. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of.
I am loving this right
Anyways.
now.
Thank you all for this. If it wasn't for you guys, obviously we wouldn't be here doing this. For those who keep continually listening to the podcast, as of today,
780 or something.
790
Nine.
downloads. 790 downloads. We are fucking jamming. We've had 30 downloads in the last 2 weeks. About 15 downloads in the last 2 weeks. So
Not bad.
that's huge. So thank you guys for that. Almost at 800. One more week. And for those
Not
who don't know, we
tonight.
are
Usually
being,
on Sundays I just do
not
this podcast.
sponsored,
This
but we are
usually
being
lasts
hosted by
about
Podbean, so we'll be on
hour
the
and a
front
half,
page.
2 hours,
So most
sometimes
likely see
3.
that
So
number, crank
might-
it out.
usually
Make
it's
sure
too
if
late
you
for me to
haven't
be
already and
streaming
you guys
a
are
game or
here,
something.
You listen, you follow, support the stream. Follow us on all the social medias.
All
you
the
know what they
socials.
are. We'll talk about them later. And if you want to help us and help us grow as a community, patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. Become our first Patreon member. Help us grow. Help us move forward to the future. Create new logos. Get Elon Musk on here. That's what we're shooting for.
That's the
And
ultimate
then
goal.
today-
Once we get Elon Musk on here, like we can just retire. We can quit.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
gonna ask him.
It's
What
not
would
gonna
you
get
ask
better.
us?
What would we ask him?
I'm gonna ask him
What's
about
it-
male pattern baldness.
There you
Like,
go.
what could we do about that?
I like
If
it.
you can shoot a
We
goddamn
gotta
car
fix
in
this
outer
shit.
space- if you can shoot a car in outer space, I'm sure we can figure out male pattern baldness. Fuck it.
That's
you go.
true. But yeah, that's huge. And then also today too, we're doing a little bit of a giveaway. There you go, sweepstakes type thing. We'll announce that later in the podcast. Make sure you listen. We won't say when we're going to announce it, but we'll announce it somewhere in this
Just
podcast.
randomly. Like
Just
I'm gonna
randomly.
It'll be the filler for when we have that awkward silent cricket moment.
we're gonna be
Will be.
midway through a story,
Choose
and you're just gonna
contest.
we're gonna be like midway through a story, and you're just gonna be like, "Hey, contest time."
Yep. So you got to listen to the podcast to figure out when it is,
Get
how to
it
get
on
to
this.
it, and what it's gonna be. So make sure you hang out, you listen, you love like you always do, and let's talk about some weeks, boys.
Yeah.
Let's start with myself. I'm greedy.
Whoa.
I'm going first. Fuck you
Oh
all.
wow! You
Whoa, that's a
yeah.
first.
Yeah, I know. Myself, I did nothing this week.
Nice.
Realistically, we played Roblox. That was fun.
Yep, we did.
We
we sure did
did.
play Roblox.
You guys played the hell out of that.
We did. So it's still real nothing. So that's why that's literally my week consisted of Apex Legends and Roblox. That is essentially all I did. And Apex is actually pretty fun. I'm liking it. And Roblox is weirdly fun as well.
Facts.
James had the best time out of it when it comes to number wise. Everyone went to his stream. But so it was
Hell yeah.
it was still a good time, but that was literally all I did. Didn't do anything else, unfortunately. So that's my week. Who's next?
I'll go.
Silence.
I just modded and played, and I've just been in the Ark server. This is a long time ago. I played the Ark server a lot, and when we started this one, I said I don't want to do this because I get sucked into shit, and then nothing else I need to get done gets done. That's exactly what has happened, and it's been wonderful. It has been pretty nice. But that's pretty much all I've been getting into is getting the server kind of set up. I'm trying to get at least a handful of numbers put together for trading ratios and loot drop systems so that when we do jump in, we don't have to worry about something being ridiculous, overpowered or overpriced or something like that, because we have an economy in our server now. So
Sorry,
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
up
if.
to.
Let me just do this real
Nothing
quick.
too crazy
Solid.
otherwise. Yep.
That capitalism shit. That's interesting for sure.
All right, so
Good
yeah, I
old
don't know if you
capitalism.
saw me or heard me last time. I'm not gonna be playing anything tonight because usually this podcast lasts about hour and a half, 2 hours. So, yeah, usually it's not too late for me to be streaming afterwards, but I'll be on tomorrow streaming something.
Mark?
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about my week. Nothing too crazy. Just working a lot. I'm getting more into my role in work, so just been trying to organize all of our clients that we have, which is surprisingly a lot more than I initially expected. I bought a really expensive seat cushion for my chair here because I don't get up too much, and I was like, there's people in wheelchairs that have to sit for like 14 hours a day or like however many hours a day. Like they have to have a specialized kind of like seat cushion. So found one of those, and my ass is comfy and cool. And pretty happy.
Gotta love
and I
that happy
also-
bottom,
I mean,
happy rump.
it's perfect. I'm so happy. Like, I don't have to worry about swamp ass ever again. And I also raised a dragon in Ark.
Nice.
That took like a solid week, but it was worth it.
What's it though?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again in another day or so. So, yeah, the prep was worth it because I don't really have to do it again.
There you go.
And you really kind of did most of that on your own too. I basically just helped with the door, closing a door. Other than
Got a
that,
shit ton of times, but we got it.
Yeah.
We got 2 of them actually. Mate, what's going on with you?
Oh, fucking death disease.
Yay!
Almost got hit with that kung flu. You're welcome.
hashtag kung flu.
Fucking. But no, yeah, that's why I wasn't here last week. I have a relatively pretty good attendance. I just about haven't missed any until I was dying, so that was fun. Like my voice pretty much wouldn't work. My vision wasn't super great because my head was so pressurized. It just felt like my eyes were fucked up. It was all a bad time, but I'm like 88% better. I got this sinus thing going on, which sucks. Which is why my mic's gonna be every now because I gotta fucking breathe. Yeah.
Breathing's for wimps.
Honestly,
You don't need to.
I'm a bit of a pussy. I'm sorry, but played some Roblox as Walker had said. That was a good time. Honestly, like I didn't telling people at 22 years old that we're playing Roblox isn't the greatest feeling, but you know what? It's fun. I had a good time.
Better than saying a 30-year-old balding man with a ginger beard's playing it. Throwing that out there.
Fucking Roblox is kind of a good time though. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's some appealing shit about it. I understand why it's extremely popular. Fucking hate obstacle courses. Found that out. Shit's bullshit.
Walker, was your son upset whenever he saw you playing it without him?
No, I don't think he knew. Well,
You hid it from him.
I did. Well, no. Well, the first day we started, he came in and saw us playing it. Then he went to bed. So, yeah. Other than that, I don't think he knew though.
Dang.
Other than that, fucking working on working on and checking out and testing mods on the secondary server that we have. Did some of that. I didn't do too much of it, but I definitely fucked around with some creatures, spawning things in, see how they work in the server. A lot of shit's overpowered. It's not quite fair to anything.
Please nerf.
Or I spawned in a corrupted fucking Wyvern, and that shit's ridiculous. What's up?
I think it looks super cool. I think they look really cool.
The corrupted creatures are so dope.
I
They're
assume
so
you can't
cool.
tame that.
I don't think
no,
so.
no, you can't. You can't tame them. Only
But,
forced
That's
tame.
why that's why they're
Forced
OP.
tame, yeah. They're like fire. They're fire Wyvern that like are corrupted with whatever corrupts, and like their fire changes, it becomes more powerful. Their bodies like half decay, then fill with like this aura, parasitic looking like symbiote or whatever. I don't understand it. It's oh shit! Did I just get a follow? I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for the follow.
Follow me
Thought-
too. I lost
thought-
one. I don't got 50 anymore.
Thank you, Thought Pocket. I appreciate it.
I think I know who it was.
What's shoot your question in there and I'll respond as soon as possible. Absolutely. But yeah, I didn't do too much else. What else did I play? Oh, I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Ooh.
I literally played about
how do you
5
like it?
minutes of
Oh.
it so far. The combat so far is actually a bit cooler than normal, I would say. Like you start out fighting fucking like you're Leonidas and you fight the what are they? The Ottomans, I believe.
Yep. The Ottomans.
It's I enjoy it so far. Realistically, I probably played about 15 minutes to be honest. I beat the first level, like whatever if you want to call
You're
it a
just
level
trying
per
it
se.
out.
Like so, I have 4 games that are completely story based. If an arm and a leg grow, does it mean a knee grow? No. No.
God damn it!
God damn it.
Fuck!
Got him.
Excuse me. That was it. That's
Rip.
terrible.
All right, that's the podcast, everyone. Bye.
Yep.
Don't forget to like us on Level Lock Podcast at podbean.com.
Fucking-
That
I would
sounds
like
fun.
to point out that you need to not do that. I'm glad that had a preemptive sentence because if not, the context would be skewed very, very badly. Anyway,
That's a burn.
I hate that I read out loud. Like that's just my process. I just read things out loud. But Yeah, I have like
I
4
mute my
games.
shit first, by the way. Just pro
That's
tip: mute your
good
shit
tip.
first, and then
Yeah,
while you're reading it.
but Thought Pocket, you that's not
Stop
cool.
talking to your chat.
I have to address, but no, yeah, I have a couple games that I really want to, and they're all story based, and I don't ever have time to just sit down and play a story game because I don't want to be talking to anyone or like anything while I'm really trying to focus on the story. And considering I talk to you guys and whoever else pops in the chat all the time, I don't have the time to just isolate myself. And then if I see someone online, I'm like, I'm gonna go pop in the chat. So yeah, that's been hard.
Why
Call
don't
of
you?
Cthulhu
Why don't
is
you?
coming back soon.
I was gonna say, why don't you stream it? Because that's how I play
I
my
think I'm
single
going
player
to.
games now. Is I stream
That's
it.
a good idea. I really should. But yeah, honestly, that's pretty much been my week. I haven't done too much else. Yeah, just been hanging out. I plan on doing some shit, but we'll talk about that at the end.
All right. So
James.
so I did a thing. Let me turn on these lights real quick. Whatcha?
Look at that, new camera day.
So not only did I get a new camera, so now you could see my closet of boxes, and you could see my shelf a little bit more, of random stuff. I also got a haircut, and I got rid of my beard. So that's exciting.
It's like he's a different person.
It pretty much. People don't know who I am anymore. I feel lost without the beard, because I feel
The
like
dog
that was
started
like
barking at him.
that was like my only defining personality trait was the beard. So that was cool. Yeah, I got the Logitech 920 C920, so we get to see me in glorious HD like everyone else, and not that potato quality that everyone's used to.
Sick.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of video games, and by a lot I mean like really one, other than Roblox, and that's Black Desert Online. I picked that up, I think like right after the podcast last week, or right before the podcast. I can't remember what it was. But I've been playing that for, it was like stupid cheap on their website for like, I think I got like their second edition, like their deluxe edition, for like $5. Or no, $11. I was like, I can't beat that. I'll cop it. Really fun MMO. Recommend it to anyone who is interested in like any kind of MMOs or want to play some video games that are just mindless grinding, that kind of stuff. Now all I need to do is re-up my subscription to Final Fantasy 14, and you could say goodbye to me. I'm just gonna be hunkering down, just playing MMOs. So that'll be cool for the rest of my life.
Or that's it. That's it.
Pretty much. At least until I go through all the content stuff until the next patch. So, you know, that'll happen eventually. I've also I watched the XFL. I know this isn't a sports podcast, but I watched the new football league.
That's a fucking good piece to bring up. I didn't even think about that.
So, do you guys remember the XFL from like, what was it, the late 90s?
It was 2001.
The early 2000s?
Yeah, it was 2000, 2001.
So the XFL was a professional football league ran by Vince McMahon, the head of the WWE. And
It's called the Extreme Football League.
Yeah, and it was a
Oh, the
clusterfuck.
Extreme Football League.
It was an absolute clusterfuck. It was the worst. Nobody liked it.
When they say extreme, like it was basically free for all, do what you want football. You could fucking rip the head off the quarterback, and it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The cheerleaders cheered in bikinis, with basically thongs and bikinis to show their boobs off. You literally, the player went to catch the ball, you could come up and just fucking spear that dude in the ground. Nothing was called nothing. You didn't.
How long
you'd have
did
to
this
be
last?
A
one
season.
That's what I would imagine.
Yeah, it was very horribly reviewed. Trash talking,
I'm sure.
everything. It was basically people thought it was a disgrace to football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be.
And then ESPN, you know what their 30 for 30s are? Where they do, it's like documentaries.
They're really good documentaries.
So
Are they?
they did one on the XFL, and everyone was like, "Holy shit! I forgot about the XFL." And people started talking about it. This was about 2.5 years ago, and people were like, "I kind of missed the XFL. The NFL now fucking sucks." And then Vince McMahon had another brainchild. Let's bring it back. And take it away. You can go, James.
Yeah, so he brought it back, and yesterday and
And
today was the inaugural week 1. So it is, think of it like college football, way more faster paced. The overtime rules make fucking sense, and it's not bullshit.
And it's nowhere near what it was like before.
No, it's a lot safer now.
Yep.
It's even in some cases safer than like NFL.
Yep.
Especially when it comes to things like kickoffs, where the kicking team, everyone but the kicker lines up at the 35, the opponent's 35-yard line. The receiving team lines up at their 30-yard line, and
so they're like right by each other.
yeah, and then the kicker kicks the ball, and the receiver catches it, and as soon as he catches it, that's when people can start running and going after him.
So in the NFL, you kick the ball, you immediately start running down the field. Now you can't move until the guy who's catching the kickoff catches it and then goes and tries to run down the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
you're talking, Schroeder. You're not.
This is the new extreme football.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not. They took out extreme, so it's just straight XFL. It's still like
So they're
it's still called the
they're
XFL.
just trying to do something with it.
Yeah,
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 they're making
it's
it
gotten
legitimate.
Raving reviews.
Weird.
Yeah, it's
Still weird.
It's my way to watch football now, other than like college. They also do a lot of things with, they mic up the coach so you can kind of hear what the coach is thinking.
Mhm.
They mic up the quarterbacks.
All the time, which is hilarious
Yeah.
because all of a sudden it'll go quiet, and because you know for the fact that the quarterback's swearing.
Well, there was that one dude that I was texting you about.
Oh yeah, he said the F
Sideline
word on-
reporter walks up to this one player after them, like, I forget.
It
I
was a
didn't even
bad
watch
play
it.
or
It was a
something.
bad play, and she goes, "So what were your thoughts during that play?" And then he goes, "You know what? At this point, we just need to do our fucking jobs," and then just walks away.
And this is on
li-
ABC.
Yeah, this is on ABC. It's not even on cable. It's on like antenna. Bullshit.
Jesus.
And they're like, "Oops."
Oops. Well, hey, guess what we're not doing anymore.
Yeah, it's cool though. You know how you can challenge a play or something if you thought something was a catch and it really wasn't, or something, you can challenge it.
Yeah.
Now they have where before all you did was watch the ref looking into a booth. Now what they do is they have a camera in the booth of the guy recording, rewinding, and
With his
fast-forwarding
Xbox
the
One
play.
controler. Did you notice that?
And it's an Xbox One.
Yeah, he
controller.
used the Xbox One controller to go forward and
and he's-
backwards
And
to
he's talking
scan
to
through
the
it.
ref, and you actually hear him talking to the ref, so you hear all the communication from behind the scenes. So anything that goes on behind the scenes, up in the booth, people talking through the headsets, you hear it all.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then in
Extreme.
yeah, this is the
Extreme
extremist of football. And when after you score a touchdown in the NFL and every other football versions of American football, you have to do the field goal for the extra point, or you can go for the 2-point conversion. They got rid of that. So
No more
you
field
can
goals.
you can line up to the 2-yard line, and if you make it into the goal, if you pass or
You
run,
get the-
you get 1 point. You go back to the, I think it's what, the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
You get 2 points, and then it's like the 10. Yeah, the
Yeah.
10-yard line. You score 3 points.
3 points.
So the game's like, even if it's like a blowout, you can still make a comeback with a few good plays. So it's really exciting. I'm excited to watch more of it. So yeah, we don't talk about sports a lot on here, but man, did I watch sports.
Man, did I watch sports.
This is the first time in a very long time I actually sat down and watched like a professional, or in this case semi-professional, football day, where I was like, I had Saturday off. I go, I'm going to dedicate this day to watching football. And I haven't done that in
I don't think I've ever done that.
like
And it makes sense because this
damn
goes
near a
from
decade.
now.
I don't think I have.
It goes from now to June. So this is the time where there's no football. So this gives something for people to watch.
Mhm.
There's all the memes of Vince McMahon going like this with money, and he was like, "When Vince McMahon sees the XFL is getting positive reviews, he's rolling around in money, like millions
He's
of dollars."
just
and
Scrooge
shit.
McDucking into his, vault of cash. Yeah, that was my week.
Perfect.
No, it's
So,
all good.
boys,
Sports, video games, and Roblox.
quick Oscar update. Parasite
Oh, Jesus
dominating
Christ.
the Oscars, which is it just won best director. The director from the Oscars. He just said again, if the America
Hi, Alan.
can learn how to not be afraid of a 1-inch subtitle, they can unlock their mind to a better world of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, anime is.
Oh, I watched Demon Slayer too. I watched part of this anime Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the next review. Well, the
Once-
next review.
Yeah, once we actually sit down and do the next one.
Do you know what Parasite's about, James? I don't know. If you
Not
ever
a
looked it
singular
up.
clue.
Alright,
I know
wasn't
about
sure.
the anime Parasite.
Same.
No, it's a real movie. I wasn't sure.
Oh
It
yeah,
was-
an anime isn't a real movie.
well,
go fuck off.
with real humans. You know what I mean?
Resurrection
sure
F
if that
wasn't a
was-
real movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't sure,
bitch.
I didn't say it was.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot. In my week, the only other thing I've done is I'm on episode 76 of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
in 4
why
days.
are you rewatching it? Because like you texted us saying about the baseball episode, which is the best
Yeah.
episode in that show. What?
I'm almost halfway done with it.
Why are you rewatching it?
Oh,
Oh,
something to do.
I know what. So that's where that is coming from. I looked on Funimation, my Funimation account yesterday. I'm like, why is episode 50 of Dragon Ball Super in my recently watched?
Yep, I'm on 76 now. I'm
That
just fucking
explains
blasting through these.
everything.
I'm
forgot
skipping
it.
all.
I forgot I gave you my login for that. To be honest with you,
I'm skipping the majority of the filler though. So, and for those who also care, Brad Pitt also won his first Oscar,
Whoop.
which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Whoop whoop.
I don't really like Brad Pitt, but good for him.
It's been, I don't know, he's fucking 50-some years old. Finally,
No, wait, Brad Pitt. I think I'm cool with Brad Pitt. It's Tom Cruise I don't like.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise you don't like.
two different people.
Completely
Bro,
different.
honestly,
people.
like for the longest time, I had the troubles figuring out which one was which. These are both actors that are mediocre at best, in my opinion. Like they both have like two good movies, and Troy is one of Pitt's.
Now they're doing
What's
now
his
they're
other
doing
one?
a memoriam of Kobe Bryant.
Brad Pitt was World War Z, wasn't he?
World
Yeah.
War Z.
World War Z was a
um,
mediocre movie at best.
Achilles from Troy. I fucking love that movie.
Movie solid.
What the fuck else? You
Glory?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, that was a
That
That
fun
one was a
movie.
good movie.
That's a hidden passion of mine. It's one of my
A
secret
hidden
favorite
passion.
movies.
It's not even like a guilty pleasure level movie. Like it's a good movie.
It is a good
Eh.
movie, but some people are like, "That's a weird movie. It's a weird movie."
It's a
They really
fantasy
like.
movie for me though.
Yeah.
Fun with Dick and Jane is also a great fucking. None of those
Dick and
actors,
Jane.
but still.
So, yeah, I didn't think Brad Pitt was in there.
No.
Who-
You're
who was
Dick
in
and
that one?
Jane.
Fun with Dick and Jane. Yeah. No.
No,
No. Is
Was
it?
it?
Yeah. Is it Dane Cook? Or is it Carrie?
Was
Am I thinking of the wrong
Dick
movie?
and Jane. don't
Everyone
know.
knows the best movie is Sweet Like Zack and Cody. Like, not even joking.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. Okay,
Yeah,
Jim
it's
Carrey's
Jim
movie.
Carrey's
I
movie.
was totally thinking some other movie.
It's when they both end up fucking like losing all their money and they try to be bank robbers.
Oh yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay, yeah, where they then they start stealing from everybody else.
It's fucking
Okay,
great.
I remember that. My favorite part's they have voice changers, and Jim Carrey's
Yeah.
acting like a robot. He's like, and his wife was like, "Would you fucking stop?" He was like, "What?"
Jim, shut up, Jimothy.
Jim
Yes, I remember
Carrey's
that.
Apex
Oh,
actor.
Brad Pitt's also in Fight Club.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
Fight
Fight
Club's
Club's
good.
fantastic.
Yes, Fight Club.
That was
Wait,
a movie
what's
that
was a good
fantastic?
movie.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
We don't fucking talk about it.
Ho ho!
That's, got him.
I see what
God.
So
That's the first real Fight Club.
I'll start here with the more boring part of it. But before I get to the boring movie news, we got some voting to do, boys. Which I just learned about this today, which I didn't know was a thing. February 27th is Pokemon Day. I had no idea that was a thing. Right now, if you go to Google, type in Pokemon of the Year, you can vote for your Pokemon of the Year.
All right.
Cinderace,
Party
let's
did about 10
fucking
times.
go. Cinderace, my soccer boy. Let's go. Or Scorn Bunny. Wait, what was the
Go to
second
Google,
evolution?
type in Pokemon of the
SoundCloud
Year. It's the
rapper?
very first one.
Yeah, what one was
Oh.
the SoundCloud rapper? I forget his name.
I couldn't tell you.
No, because you didn't watch my fucking streams, you asshole.
So what?
I'm gonna go to the Kinto.
The
I'm gonna go
Kanto?
to the original Kanto, whatever.
The Kinto.
Kinto. You gotta vote for your favorite Pokemon. Who's everyone picking?
What is it?
Well,
Where's it?
fuck, hold on, let
this
me-
You gotta
say?
go to Google and go to Pokemon
Like,
of the Year.
Google.
Type in Pokemon of the Year, and you can vote for your favorite Pokemon. February 27th is International Pokemon Day,
You're international.
which I had no idea that was a thing until
All right,
today.
so what do I look up?
Just type
of
in
the
Pokemon
Year?
of the Year. Just Google search it, and it comes up, and you click what genre or whatever you want to call it. League,
What region?
Oh,
region.
man.
and
All
then
right,
you pick
both
that
of my
region and pick your
chats.
Pokemon.
Ah, God, it's so
Drop the
bright.
Pokemon of the Year.
All right, Kanto, let's go.
I gotta pick Mew.
Catch it. Oh, you fucking you basic bitch.
Done. What are you voting for, Mike Richards?
All right, let's do Kanto if it decides to. Nope. There we go. Well, I mean, there's only one choice.
There's
In Kanto.
890 Pokemon.
Yeah,
now?
there's a lot of Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. There's quite a few. of
Damn,
them.
look at all these regions.
That's insane.
Oh, let me do Galar.
Why can't I remember what fucking region he's from?
Who?
Hmm.
Raboot is the name, and Raboot's the SoundCloud rapper.
Okay, I think.
Is that
Oh,
like a
it's-
real thing?
The Hodo region.
The Hodo?
Actually-
The Hoenn?
No, the Johto
I
region.
don't know
how
what
the fuck you
region
say
this
it.
dude's from.
We're going with Lotad.
Well,
Bro,
It's gonna be a new Pokemon that wins.
It's fucking
Pokemon
the
is
goodest
thinking.
boy, Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil?
Nah, dude.
Cyndaquil's fucking lit,
Fucking
bro.
Cyndaquil?
Nah, dude.
Cyndaquil,
Chikorita's
Quilava,
for
and then
life.
Fucking Typhlosion? Are you serious?
Nah, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Either that or Totodile.
Bro,
Too.
I'm going with Mudkip. Mudkip's my dog.
Fucking
What
Mudkip.
region is he from? Yep.
Oh, I should
Bruh.
pick Johto.
That
I forgot about
handicapped
Johto.
Pokemon?
Huh?
Ooh,
Just
Ooh.
kidding.
All right,
I didn't
Hoenn.
hear what you said. I just.
I said the
Handicap
handicap
Oh,
Pokemon.
don't let me Trico.
I've always
Oh,
imagined Mudkip as being a few lily pads short.
I gotta pick Celebi.
Celebi,
I'm surprised you
Celebi.
didn't go with like one of the embryons or
Umbreon, or
One of
yeah.
the Eevees.
or no, what's the ice
Glaceon.
Ninetales?
Oh.
The
Yeah,
ice
I've-
Ninetales seems like.
No, I
something
gotta
you'd
pick
be on.
Celebi because I have a limited edition card of hers. That's like
Yep.
my most expensive Pokemon card. It's worth like $55.
Nice.
Super
Oh,
proud of
dude.
myself.
All right,
Smeargle's kinda cool.
I did my list.
Um,
I've only done 4
What's-
because I've only played 4 of the
Whoa,
games, really.
No, you have to pick 4 of them or 10 of them.
No, you can do as many as you want. You can just do one. You can vote as many as you want.
Yeah, I did.
There's no limit.
Where the fuck is Mudkip at? I don't know.
Mudkip would be in Hoenn. Hoenn.
Mike Richards says his favorite Pokemon is Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds is my favorite Pokemon too.
What's y'all's fucking legendary?
What's
Legendary?
I'm just going with
Yeah.
Oh,
Swampert 'cause that
Suicune
was
all
the
day.
First shiny 100 I got when I was playing all the time.
Yeah, my cousin had the first edition Charizard.
The base set Charizard,
Yep. The
Yeah, that
original one
card's-
that's
that
worth
card's
like fucking
expensive.
I
Yeah.
actually might have to retract my answer.
His mom
it
threw
might
away
be-
all of his Pokemon cards when he was a teenager.
Oh,
I
Isn't
think
that a shame?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Shinx. Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray. I fucking forgot about them. I love them.
it's weird seeing like my list because it went from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and all the way to Galar.
There you go. So mine's Mew and Celebi. What's yours, James?
Blastoise, Chikorita. Then I chose Registeel, and then Raboot.
Nice. What'd you pick?
Gotta go
Schroeder?
for SoundCloud.
I just picked just the Swampert.
There you go.
'Cause I'm not.
Did you pick anything, Mark?
We got Ditto, Lotad, and Cyndaquil.
There you go.
Fucking Cyndaquil?
Fucking Cyndaquil.
Why Cyndaquil?
Yo,
Cyndaquil's fucking lit,
Chikorita's
bro.
the fucking best.
Loudred, bro. Loudred.
Oh, fucking no.
With the
What?
dubstep gun attached to his
The
head.
dubstep Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He literally screaming dubstep music. That is his power. Fuck yeah, dude. Loudred is on that list. Forgot about him.
Did you finish your list, Mark? Not Mark.
I
Nate.
just got those two.
Just about. What are yours?
I have Mew and Celebi.
Of course, go with the mythical Pokemon. Oh, original.
Where are the three fairies from?
They had a
Um,
movie.
Wish
I think.
Cash.
that was from whatever Black and White was, I think.
Wish Cash was the first Pokemon I dumped a fucking bunch of points into, thinking that I could make it better. And it turned
Spoiler
out even
alert.
at its best, it was still garbage. So when I learned I was doing it all wrong.
So far, my list goes Cyndaquil, Luxray, Shinx. Unpopular opinion. Fucking love Absol. Absol's in there. And then I can't find. Oh, there we are. They're in the Sinnoh region. I'd
okay.
say probably Azelf then Uxie.
Oh yeah.
Mesprit's alright, I guess.
Uxie used to be a really good card in the TCG game. Like that was the meta for the longest time.
Okay.
Hey, when I move back up to Pennsylvania, are you guys gonna? Would you guys? Be down
We gonna
going Pokemon
we gonna
runs with
start
me?
playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna start playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude, they do have a Yu-Gi-Oh game that's like Pokemon Go,
They do.
and you fight each other.
Mhm. I have
Fuck.
I have the Yu-Gi-Oh one. Duel Links.
Yeah, I think that is what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, Duel
My
Links
list
isn't that good.
finishes- Oh.
How does that work? Do you just buy the cards and play it?
Yeah. And it's
Kinda,
like
yeah.
That's how
it's
it works.
weird.
My microtransactions.
It's completely different than the actual Yu-Gi-Oh
You
game.
get like a shit ton of them.
Okay.
I'd say my list ends with
Yo, I got my Yu-
Dialga,
Clink,
Darkrai,
clank,
and Giratina.
Like legit, I'm looking at my deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now. I'm ready to duel whenever someone's ready. Like I am always ready
gosh.
for a duel. I'm gonna send your bitch ass to the Shadow Realm any
I'll
day.
hit you with that
Bro,
pot of
You
greed.
guys
real
got
quick.
magic?
No, nah, dude, that
You
shit's
guys got
banned, dude.
magic cards?
Nah, man,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can't
play
do
that
that.
lame shit. I don't play that nerd stuff.
Don't play that nerd stuff.
Say I have a ton of magic cards.
Yeah, I got a ton of
I
magic
I
cards.
never got
too.
into it, unfortunately.
I got like Pot of Greed. I got Monster Reborn, Spellbinding Circle. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh
I don't know
joke.
what any of that.
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh joke.
okay.
They use
Zodiac.
that's not a magic card, Mark. It's a monster
Oh,
card.
sorry.
God damn it. Get on my fucking level. Yo, I'll hit you with them
Sorry if I
XZs monsters all day long. I'll be spamming them XZs. Synchro summon into an XZ's Pendulum monster.
Really quick,
There's a lot of
Oscar
these
update. Just had best
Oh, Jesus
actor.
Christ.
Joaquin Phoenix from The Joker has won Best Actor at Oscars.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
He's accepting it right now. He's talking about
Wow.
equality and stuff.
Wow.
This is his first nomination for an Oscar, and he won for the movie The Joker.
Good for him.
Good for
Just
you.
goes. It is also said they just announced it is the first Marvel, DC, or comic book movie in history to win an Oscar for Best Actor.
Yeah, you did a fantastic job.
So it just goes to show how far comic book movies and things like that have evolved to they just won an Oscar. So good shit. To your oh god, James, fuck you.
Oh God.
Before we get to the movie news, I got another piece of big news, boys. So earlier you were talking about Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah,
A new one that is newer.
Nendroids are better.
That has just released a couple months ago is the best-selling Funko Pop of all time. Anyone got any guesses as to what it is?
I already looked at the doc. I don't want to spoil it.
Is it Olaf?
No.
No, it's
No,
just
kinda
released.
new.
No.
Baby Yoda.
Olaf as in
It
the
is
fucking...
Baby Yoda.
Why?
Baby Yoda is number one most
See, this
selling
is-
Funko Pop
This
of all
is why I
time.
don't support Funko Pop.
It's the most overrated Star Wars character in the universe.
And to go along with it, a full life version. Baby Yoda is coming to you at a Build-A-Bear near you next month. Yes, you can go to Build-A-Bear and get your own very Baby Yoda.
And fill your own baby.
Why?
Yoda.
Why do that when you can just go to like Bandai's website and get a life-size pot of greed?
Yeah, exactly. Like
You'll
you could
never
just
have
get
to
that.
worry again.
You could draw 2 cards all day long, man.
That's ridiculous.
Just free cards. Like you win immediately.
You don't even have to have had any. They just fucking assimilate.
Yeah.
They just appear there,
How much is that?
materialize.
How
in
much
front
is
of
that, by the way?
I want to say it's like $50. That's a
Oh
flashlight.
God, that is a flashlight.
Holy
That's not bad.
So,
Sorry.
movie news.
Sorry, I was... Joaquin Phoenix was crying. I was
Alright.
hearing what he was saying. He was talking about his
Had to
brother.
watch.
Well, no, he was talking about his brother who
Talking
died
about
of
Cool River.
drug addiction.
Yeah.
That's what he was
Good
talking
old
about. He
River.
was crying. Sorry.
I really do have a life-size pot of greed.
Box
Things
office
crazy
news. Birds of Prey, the fabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, bombed at the box office, doing only $34 million. It was the worst opening
Oof.
for a movie, DC or Marvel in history.
Oof.
Wait, what did?
Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. It was the worst opening in history
Where did
for
you
DC.
see that? Because I got a lot of things that pretty well
It only did $34 million
on opening
it might have-
weekend or opening day.
opening weekend. Did $34 million. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good at all. That's gonna be a big box office flop if you ask me, there, Chief.
Sure is. Yeah, it did not do as expected, and it is well below the expectations, and it falls very short, and it is DC's worst opening movie of all time
Does anyone know why that movie was made?
because they
Because
want to
Harley
continue
Quinn's
the story
popular.
Of Harley
No.
Quinn.
No.
Well, Harley
Legitimately.
Quinn is crazy popular too, though.
Just to give,
No,
just to say, Jared Leto, hey, you have a job? No, you don't, JK.
Legitimately, the reason that movie was made, the studio did not want to make the movie, and the movie was going to be completely different because that's not the Birds of Prey. That has those characters. Some of them are in there. Harley's not until like 6 iterations after. That movie was made implicitly because Margot Robbie wanted to star in a movie, and it wanted it to be Harley Quinn. The studio was like, no, we should just wait and have like an actual movie. But that's why the movie is labeled Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey. It's fantabulous.
The fabulous emancipation of one Harley
One
Quinn.
Harley Quinn. She's supposed to be a secondary character in the Birds of Prey series, but like she
made her
demanded
the main
and
character.
really, really, really wanted to have her own movie about her character. And like I get why, like the whole like let's have this person become like a role model, breaking from this horrible relationship, this at the third. The problem is that's not what anyone wanted. No one asked for this, even a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't do good at all. Review-wise, the reviews are good, but unfortunately it did not translate into box office success. So who knows if it'll be popular once it comes out on Blu-ray and streaming.
What's up, Timmy?
Maybe, who knows. This week, it is predicted that it will be dethroned after 1 week. with the one and only Sonic the motherfucking Hedgehog.
Sanic. I can't wait to
That
get
is
my
predicted to
Sanic.
do at least 42 to 55 million dollars. Nowhere near what Pokemon did, Detective Pikachu, I should say, but still really, really, really well.
Well, nothing will come close to Pokemans.
As first reported by James, I don't know if you have this in your news or not, but
What did I report?
we're getting blessed by a movie
Oh yeah.
where Nick Cage plays Nick Cage.
I hate that this exists. I really
You
do.
know,
This is going to be the greatest movie of all time, guys.
Nick Cage plays Nick Cage in a movie where he gets mixed up with a drug pin and later becomes an FBI informant for and tries to take down the drug cartel.
It's everything I've ever wanted. This is the greatest Christmas present ever.
We got a release date March 19, 2021. So book your calendars, boys. We're going.
This is the
Stupidest
best
thing
moment.
ever. It is gonna be. People are gonna go see it strictly for the fact that
It's Nick
Nick Cage
Playing
Nick Cage.
Yeah, I'm
no
gonna
other
go see
reason are
it.
they gonna go see this.
I'm going to see that shit probably
The
like
only
3
thing is-
times in theaters.
The only thing that would do
I
better
think his
is
name
if,
is Nicolas Cage.
yeah, Nicolas Cage, Nick Cage,
Oh.
short.
No, I thought you said Nick Page Nicolas Cage plays. Wait.
Nicolas Cage plays Nick Cage in a movie in a documentary about Nick Cage, as far as I can tell.
Yeah,
Ah.
'cause
Nicolas Cage, Nick Cage. It's just a shorter
I'm done
version.
trying to Google this. I'm confusing.
It's honestly ridiculous.
Nick Cage and
guys?
Nicolas Cage are the same person. I just took Nicholas and made it the word Nick.
Nick Cage plays Nick Cage in a film about Nick Cage dethroning a drug cartel.
starring
Ran by Nick Cage.
Yo, this
Greatest
is
thing ever.
as goofy as Face Off.
It's
Right
called
here. Like this, I
Inception.
love it
Face Off
already.
was at least like a good story, I thought.
Yeah,
I
but
like that.
the thing that
It was
made
because
that
of John Travolta.
the thing that made that movie so good was John Travolta trying to out cage Nick Cage and Nick Cage trying to out John Travolta. Like that's what made that movie perfect.
Other words of news. Remember how we talked, about Star Wars taking a hiatus?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they're taking a hiatus to develop the Mandarin, which comes out this October. So
the Mandarin.
that's their Mandalorian, not the
The
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
The Mandalorian. So they're taking a 10-month hiatus, and
Wow.
after that they will be developing another TV series, and then 2022 comes the next movie. So
Yes.
that is their hiatus.
Hiatus, i.e., dev
Um,
time.
More Disney news: Doctor Strange loses its director, and a couple days later they hired a new director, Sam Raimi. For those who don't remember who he is the director of
Best
the original
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
movie.
movies.
Spider-Man
Good
2.
old Raimi verse.
Last piece of Disney news. Fantastic Four is slated to be the first movie that Disney reboots in the X-Men series. And the X-Men world, the Fox world, the Fantastic Four will be the first ones. And John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are casted to be Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
So wait, is it confirmed that Krasinski is going to be Mr. Fantastic?
That's gonna be great.
It
Just
is
people.
more rumored. He basically dropped a hint in an interview when they asked him about it, and he said that would be fantastic, like quote unquote.
Because every single fan like iteration of it since long before this probably was a thing was, I'm just gonna call him Jim Halpert,
Yep.
to be fucking Mr. Fantastic, and that would
Yep.
be beautiful. I so hope he joins the Marvel universe, because that would be great. I love
Multiple
Krasinski.
and multiple interviews with them and other people from Disney. They've kind of like just smiled and kind of like hinted at it, but not actually said yes because they can't. But they just said wait and see. Netflix accidentally released in their media hub news about a Resident Evil series, and about an hour later they deleted it. Unfortunately, someone got a screenshot of it, which basically confirms that Netflix is creating a Resident Evil animated series.
Oh, it's probably gonna be great.
You think so?
It's probably gonna be, well, it's definitely
probably
gonna be
gonna be
better. It's gonna be better than the live action shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because Netflix actually usually does a pretty decent job.
If it's not anime, they do a good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that
It's
they were
not
coming up with
anime?
the original.
Like their anime stuff is garbage.
Is it really?
Yeah, other than like
They have all that
Castlevania,
analytical data. They have all that analytics to work with.
Yeah.
I figured they'd be.
other than Castlevania, they're just they can't do anime. They just can't.
Castlevania is so good.
They ruined
Castlevania,
Neon
yeah,
Genesis
it's pretty good.
Evangelion.
Yeah, they accidentally posted it and they deleted it right away, which obviously confirms that yes, it is coming.
And I'm sure this time now, like if they were to do that, Capcom will be more hands-on. Because now Resident Evil's popular again.
Oh hell yeah! After the games, fuck yeah. Big changes for those who have the WWE Network. WWE, for those who didn't know, stock. They have a WWE Network. That's where they stream their pay-per-views, things along those lines. Their stock and everything kind of has been down. Vince McMahon just fired the president and the vice president of the company last week, as they are coming up with tremendous changes to the company itself, including their network. It is rumored that Amazon and ESPN are looking to buy the WWE Network to make it a part of their streaming services. It is unknown, rather, if or not when this will happen, but Vince McMahon said if it would happen by April. It is said that they were looking to do this because of how much money they will make coming out of it. If ESPN buys it, it'll be automatically a part of ESPN Plus, like the UFC. And as well as if Amazon buys it, it'll be a part of Hulu.
No,
Not Hulu.
Prime Video.
Prime. Sorry, yeah, Prime Video. So they are looking in the options, and it is also rumored that if this does happen, Amazon is rumored to be very interested in buying WWE as a whole from the company in a way to compete with the other streaming platforms like ESPN Plus, Peacock, all of them. I guess Amazon is the front runner, as they want a way to push their Prime over the top and beat Amazon. I mean, not beat Amazon, beat Hulu, beat Netflix, ESPN, all of the other companies. So Amazon so far is the front runner to at least get their streaming service, possibly down the road, if the deal is right, by the company as a whole. Which I don't know if that'll actually happen, but Vince McMahon is 80 years old, and he still owns the company.
And he still is buff as hell.
Yeah, he is. Last two pieces of movie news. Vin Diesel said in an interview yesterday that they are making more Fast and the Furious movies, and he confirmed that Fast and the Furious 10 will be broken up into a two-part movie.
I will admit that new Need for Speed movie the preview for it looks awesome. It really does.
John Cena.
John Santa.
No, I didn't even care about none of that. Just the fucking
Well,
scenes with their fucking car goes flying off that building and it's hooked onto that plane or whatever the hell it's hooked onto.
When the plane swoops in and magnetizes it and sucks it up into it.
Oh man, it's just crazy. And
God damn it, that's just so weird.
really
from
good preview.
when he Spider-Man's himself from mountain to mountain.
You guys
the
see the
end of the
preview for Venom?
For
Venom
for
2?
the Venom 2 trailer released?
No, I guess there's a show on Stars or something. Venom.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. If you haven't seen the YouTube,
Hey.
forced me to watch it.
YouTube forced me to watch it. They put a gun to your head and was like, "You're watching this."
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why they'd split Fast and the Furious 10 into two parts. That usually is an indicator that's the last movie. Because usually they'll split the last movie into two things, but
What the fuck?
I don't know if that's actually the case. Anywho, last piece. 3 days ago, we got the trailer for the Saw reboot.
Yeah, that looks
Star-
pretty nuts.
Main character is Chris Rock, and no, this is not a comedy. This
It's
is a
not.
horror movie. It is a
And-
horror movie. Chris Rock is the main character, and Samuel L. Jackson is also in it.
Oh, so it's gonna be hilarious.
No,
No, it's
Chris
going to
Rock
be
said it's-
hilarious.
I thought it was going to be hilarious, but
Yeah,
Chris-
the
no,
preview
Chris
makes it
Rock
look like
is
it's
going to be
gonna
Chris
serious.
Rock, and that's
No,
going to
he
be a
said he wanted-
hilarious movie. And
he wanted
Sam
to
Jackson
show-
is going to do that fucking some stupid one-liner that's going to become a meme because that's all
these
he knows for.
motherfucking traps in
Exactly.
this motherfucking building.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Chris Rock said he wanted to show the world a different side of him that they'd never seen before. He plays
He
the
looks
main
very
cop.
serious.
Yeah, he's the producer and he helped make the movie. He said he wanted to show people a different side of him they never seen before. It is called Spiral: The Book of Saw. Essentially, if you watch the trailer, it's a reboot of Saw, and it actually comes out in May. This is the first Saw movie not to come out in October.
That's weird.
Yeah, it comes out May 31st.
That's weird,
Eh.
Peter.
And let's get
Peter,
into
that's
some
weird.
gaming news if you guys want to start really quick.
To just before we get off of like TV, so from what I just looked up, it looks like the when I just said Spider-Man, well, that's not entirely incorrect either, but the Venom movie looks like it's going to start out with a older Peter Parker, and looks like it might be getting off of him and going in rock thing, or it might be like starting with Peter Parker, and it's some dude named Matt Kevin. Wow, that's as far as possible as it could be. Kevin Caliber, which I don't think I know.
He's top. He's got high caliber acting skills.
So it's Kevin Caliber, Raymond Williams, Roger Cooper, Gabriel Lane. These are all people I don't fucking know. It's on IMDb. It's coming soon. Doesn't say where it's playing. Yeah, it looks like a thing that's going to happen soon here. That's interesting. I'm very, very curious to see what's going to be happening. Where'd you see this trailer? Where was it from?
Let's see if I can find it. It was. I'm pretty confident it was Stars.
That looks.
Are you sure it just
interesting.
wasn't the trailer for like Venom the movie? Because I always see that from like Stars like in a preview. It's just Venom. They preview Venom the movie.
No, I found it. It's right here. It's just YouTube Venom Stars trailer.
It has to be for the movie then.
No, because this is a
This is a show on the Stars
this
Network.
is a TV show. This has happened. It's
Oh, nice.
IMDb.
And this is
so
actually
far.
a commercial from 2018, actually.
Yeah, this is a thing that it's looked like it's recently been in development. Season 1 comes. Let's see. It says coming soon. I
God
can't
damn it! Now I gotta watch
exactly see
Parasite.
too
Just one
much of
movie of
it.
the year.
But
Parasite?
yeah, it looks like it could be interesting. I'm very curious. I'm interested. It looks like it's going to be more of an adult show.
Yeah, 100% looks adult.
The one thing I am super excited
Carnage
for, we talked about this-
trailer?
No, that's
So,
not. A
If
lot
you
of those are
see a
probably fan
Carnage
made.
trailer, it's probably the
Concept.
mashup that should have been made back when there should have been a fucking Spider-Man 4 movie, but they ruined it because Spider-Man 3 bombed, and there was going to be a Jim Carrey was actually going to play Cletus Cassidy, which would have been fan-fucking-tastic. I would have been so excited to see that because Carrey can play unhinged extremely well, especially if
Who
you
is he
see
gonna
him
play?
as- He's going to play Cletus Cassidy, who plays Carnage, which I'm not positive how I feel about Woody Harrelson playing Carnage because that's so far I'm not impressed with the Chucky doll wig. Yeah, so just really fast, not to ramble on about Spider-Man. or
God,
anything
Jim
long.
Carrey as fucking Carnage would be nuts.
He can play unhinged, like he can snap. Like you've seen me, myself, and Irene. I imagine the majority of you probably have. Like he can go from normal
Number
to
23, his
snap.
horror movie.
I just googled Jim Carrey Carnage just to see, and there's some really cool fucking like
Mm-hmm.
There's,
concepts to it.
Jim Carrey
It was-
made a horror movie. It was the number
was-
23.
It was either going to be him, this one other dude that I cannot remember, or the dude who ended up playing Rorschach, the guy who played Freddy, and then what's his name from Bad News Bears a long time ago. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he would have been really good too. I think Jim Carrey would have been so good because he has that like manic attitude about him, and that's exactly what not Jim Carrey, Cletus Cassidy is absolute manic human. and his first entrance into the TV show specifically was the quote, "I'm gonna cut you up into tiny little pieces to fit you into a matchbox." And that was on a kids show, bro. That was on the '90s Spider-Man TV show that was meant for kids, and it was the first time they showed like a character that legitimately did not care about the human life. And like it's just he broke a lot of rules, and people were okay with it because that's what everyone expected it to be. I wish we got a good Carnage. I'm really hoping Woody Harrelson pulls through because Carnage is my favorite.
Woody Harrelson as Carnage.
Oh,
I don't know how I
fucking
feel.
hilarious. The lights just went
I
out
like
at the
him as an
Oscars in the middle of their speech.
What?
And with
The lights just went out at the Oscars during the middle of the speech of the Best Picture. Everyone was booing.
It's the worst picture now.
That's fucking hilarious. I was hoping for something like that to happen. I was hoping for someone to come out and be like, "Oh, sorry, we announced the wrong we announced the wrong movie."
Yeah, it was really
He's also way
Marvel's
too
The
fucking
Avengers
Oh my god.
Endgame Part 3.
Woody Harrelson as Carnage. I don't know about that.
He's too fucking old.
Yeah.
I love Woody Harrelson. Don't get me wrong.
I do too,
Fuck.
but not. I don't know about a Carnage.
Oh,
I
so-
have like not. I have the opposite like feeling of him as an actor. You know, I could see Jim Carrey playing the role because he does have that snap ability, but
mhm.
seeing Woody Harrelson play Carnage is like Robin Williams playing Carnage. I mean, it just doesn't work in my
I would have
brain.
gone with like Tim Allen, but
Yeah,
too.
yeah, Tim Allen or something. You know, I don't know.
Jack Black.
Bro.
I wish Jack Black would be the Penguin for Christ's sakes. I think he would make a great Penguin. Him and fucking
Oh,
Kyle
I
Gass
still feel the applesauce.
with little penguin guitars.
Yo, yes. And I'm hopeful for the next Venom movie. I think it could be good. We'll see. I'm just hoping they keep his insanity. My only problem was, and I think I've said it before, but it's the fact that Cletus Cassidy is quite literally to the textbook definition of what is considered a sociopath.
Bro.
And his first comment was, "Do you want me to turn the crazy on? Because I can do that." But he doesn't turn it off. He's just always fucking insane. He stabbed Eddie Brock because he had his music too loud. He just stabbed him right in the comic book, right in the fucking chest. But yeah, that was the thing. Sorry,
Hey.
I kind of ranted, but
I'm looking at concept art for Jack Black as the Penguin. And
is there some?
yeah,
I
just
can't.
Google Jack Black as the Penguin and look at images.
If I
I
look
could
up Jack
definitely-
Black Penguin, I'm very curious as to what I'll find.
I don't know. No, they just have like pictures of the two of them next to each other in different types of roles, and yeah, man, he could probably pull a role. Like he could probably pull that character off pretty well.
He could do Oswald Cobblepot pretty fucking.
Oh my god, I bet he could.
And I understand James only wants Danny DeVito to play the Penguin.
He's
I
the
get
only
it.
person meant for the
I
Penguin.
know.
You can't tell me that Jack Black wouldn't be able to do a decent role.
Danny DeVito, that's
James'
it.
opinion doesn't count. So it
Like
doesn't matter.
especially if like so obviously not the same character at all, but like especially the way he looks in a house with a clock in its walls. He has that suit, like
Yeah.
it's just it works.
He's too tall.
No, he's
He
not.
doesn't look
He's
like
I'm
really
sorry,
not.
he's not an
That dude
imp
is only
like
like-
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito looks like a goddamn penguin. It's perfect.
He's an imp.
the
he's a
role he was
Lando,
meant to be
Literally,
in.
he is literally an imp, bro. Like, no hate. He's like literally a midget.
Oh my god.
Literally, the dude's like 4'8". Who's the next best possible guess? Like, Mini Me? Or that
Oh,
other
dude,
guy
I think
from-
actually, I think Vern died.
He
I'm
did.
not sure though.
He did.
Yeah.
Or the guy from that dragon
Fuck
show
it.
that everybody watches.
No, it's got to be Wee Man. It's got to be Wee Man.
Jesus Christ.
Wee Man from Jackass as the Penguin. That'd be awesome. Or Brad Williams. If anyone know who Brad Williams is, the fucking comedian, he's great. I love the short statured people.
So on to
Okay.
gaming news.
Let's give James the same sigh every time he talks as he gives all the Oscar news.
Your lights
Now
come
on to
back on?
James. Yeah. Make sure every time James talks.
Yep.
Everything's okay though.
Yeah, everything's fine.
That's what I was worried
Now
about.
on
something
the
wrong.
on the James. Let's pretend like we care what he's
This is
saying.
gaming news.
Yep, of course. Hey, you guys like
Ladies and gentlemen,
Rockstar Games,
started.
right?
I do like
Yeah.
Rockstar Games.
Yeah, so one of the co-founders of Rockstar is leaving the company. So what's his name? Dan Houser is leaving the company in March, according to this report from GameSpot. Sorry. According to Take-Two Interactive CEO
Sorry.
Strauss Zelnick, says that Dan Houser's been on an extended leave since early spring 2019, and that he's grateful for Dan for his contributions and wishes him well going forward. So now the head of the company, Sam Houser, who is Dan Houser's brother, will remain president of the company, and hopefully that they can see more success in later games and businesses. He
To piggyback off
to-
that really.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. To piggyback off that, another co-founder and head of a company is leaving. The head of Gears of War
Oh yeah, I
is
forgot to put
leaving the
that.
company to lead the Diablo franchise at Blizzard. So that is two
Really?
major. Yep.
Yeah.
He began working on Gears of War over 15 years ago, and one of the main co-founders of the game. He is leaving and going to Blizzard to work on a whole new Diablo franchise. That is taking place immediately, and he will begin at Blizzard on April 28th.
So coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, so that is another huge co-founder, head of a company leaving to go somewhere else. Well, I don't know if the Rockstar boss is going anywhere else. I think he's just
I think
leaving.
he's probably just. I don't think he's retiring, but he's.
Yeah, he co-founded Rockstar, and yeah, he's stepping down. But yeah, the head of Gears of War also is. So go ahead.
Pretty much Strauss Zelnick was saying also in this. He's very optimistic of Sam Houser taking the reins, being the main like head guy at Rockstar, and also went on to say, Zelnick went on to say that he does not anticipate more staff departures following Dan Houser's exit. People stay at Rockstar and Take-Two's other labels because they're taken care of and rewarded for their work. Apparently, they paid employees something called internal royalties. For a 3-month period ended December 31st, Take-Two paid out about $166.4 million in such bonuses. So they've been, especially Rockstar has been criticized in the past for overworking their employees to basically death. So trying to give it a little better PR. Hey, we pay him well.
To piggyback off the Take-Two piece, more Take-Two news. They said in their last press conference, Take-Two is the parent company of 2K Games, Rockstar, Private Division, Hangar 13, and Sledgehammer Games. So during that press conference, they were asked about the status of
Really, they own Sledgehammer now?
Yep.
Wow.
About two particular branches, Hangar 13, which for those who don't know is the Mafia creator, as well as Sledgehammer. In response, they haven't heard anything of Hangar 13 since 2016 for Mafia 3, as well as Sledgehammer Games co-founder Michael Condrey, and the CEO stated, in regards to your question about Hangar 13 and also Michael Condrey's studio, I wish I could tell you more, but they are currently working on very exciting things at both studios. The president said, we are incredibly excited to have teams at both Hangar 13 as well as Michael's studio, as they are rebranding the name. They're no longer called Sledgehammer Games. They haven't picked a name yet. They said you can expect big things to come, and it is rumored that they are potentially are making another Mafia game, as well as Sledgehammer will be developing another indie game as well.
Hmm.
So if you like the Mafia games, you may be getting another one.
Mafia 3 sure did say the N-word a lot.
Yeah, it did.
Like an uncomfortable amount.
Yeah.
I never played it.
I only got like a quarter of the way through that game.
It's alright. Mafia 2 is way better.
I
Hey,
was
thank you,
never a
Mike.
huge fan of the Mafia games. Like, I enjoyed the premise. It's just like there was a lot more talking and like dead air than I felt there should have been.
Fair enough. I
At
can
At
see
least,
it.
at least in 3.
Yeah, two
Thank you
is
for
really
that,
good.
Right? Appreciate
That's
it,
the only one
brother.
I haven't played.
Yeah.
4 months in a row.
Nice. Yeah, two was really a really good like Mafia game. It was like kind of like that perfect mix of like a pretty decent story and a great world. Outer Worlds for Nintendo Switch is delayed due to coronavirus outbreak. The company that's porting it is Virtuos. So, because of how bad things are in China, that company they're taking a break. The project's been halted, so the expected release date is somewhere between Take-Two's fiscal year 2021, which will be anywhere between April 1st and March 31st.
Nice.
But in response, they are going to release a physical version of the game. That's going to actually be on cartridge. Before, they were going to release a physical version that just had a game code in there. But now they're going to probably release a cartridge version, too.
Solid.
So this one's kind of weird because I've been hearing conflicting reports on whether this is a thing or not. So apparently Animal Crossing New Horizons might have save backups. It might not. So if you lose your Switch or something like that, you'll get it, like you'll be able to take back your save. Some people are saying no, it's not a thing. Other people are saying it's a thing. So I don't know where that's going. Nintendo said before they're not doing cloud backups for it. So
Yeah, they said they're
Why
not.
is that?
to prevent game modding, I think that's what they were saying. It's kind of a bullshit reason.
What would you mod in Animal Crossing?
Unlimited bells, that kind of stuff. Currency, making the
Alright.
maps like weird, that kind of thing.
I have an article about it from Nintendo's UK website. The company will give Animal Crossing New Horizons player some way to recover their saved data if they were to happen to switch. It is most likely some sort of rollout that will be internal, in hopes that your system essentially doesn't fail because they did not support cloud saving, but they were looking to utilize the Nintendo servers but not use the cloud to have the backup. So maybe they'll make you create an account, and with that account, like Facebook, it'll be saved on it or something.
Well, I mean, that would make sense, but it's Nintendo.
Interesting.
They're usually but far behind when it comes to quality of life stuff.
If they want to like do it strictly to prevent, then wouldn't they be able to do like, I don't know if this is even a thing, and I might just be making shit up. Go. Like, can there be some form of like off-site saving? I don't know. I don't even know if what I said makes sense. Like, I'm just thinking like somewhere that they're able to save, but it's not directly on the thing, so they can't just make unlimited bells and do all that shit. Maybe like a cloud-based thing that's not like always accessible, but like you have to like, go in and enter a bunch of code.
An anti-cheat thing like
Yeah.
GameSpy or
Yeah, BattleEye. Yeah.
That's why people are upset with that answer.
Mhm.
Why they can't do it, or why it's done that way.
Okay.
yeah, it's
Interesting.
it's turning into Pokemon Sword and Shield Part 2. Now that people are done being upset with Pokemon Sword and Shield, the vocal minority. So
Did that game also not have backup saves?
no, it had backup saves, but people were pissed that it didn't have all the Pokemon in it, and
Oh,
the animations weren't that great. You know, it's there are a lot of people that were upset about it, and then after the game came out,
Okay.
everyone shut up because the game's really good. So same thing's gonna happen here. New games have been added to the Xbox Game Pass. So,
What's that?
so for those playing Xbox One, you'll have 2 AAA titles in Final Fantasy 15 and Wolfenstein Youngblood. And then you'll
Really?
also get Death Squared you'll also get Death Squared and Indie Co-op Puzzle starring a pair of robots. Okay, interesting. And Game Pass for PC, you get Final Fantasy 15 and Wolfenstein Youngblood, but you get a game called Death's Gambit, which is a 2D action platformer with, quote, deep RPG elements. So it's not, Final Fantasy 15 is a really good game. You guys should play it if you haven't.
15
Yeah,
is
yeah.
solid.
Especially if you have the Game Pass, it's free. It's free on that.
Yeah,
Right?
it's included. There's no reason not to
Oh.
play it.
I'm gonna have to re-download that because I
Game
missed
Pass
that
isn't
game.
really that bad for what you get with it.
No.
It's $15 a month.
Yeah. And you get
Do
gold.
you have the PlayStations?
Huh?
Free
No,
games?
I forgot to put that on there for the
BioShock.
well, I think did we talk about that? I can't remember what we did
Bioshock's
last
free
week.
for PS right now.
Yeah, the
PlayStation.
BioShock collection.
I don't know if we talked about it. I
know
don't think
new-
we did. I don't remember it.
I think Lego Worlds is free on PlayStation now right now. It's on
Are any
PlayStation
of the
now.
Nintendo games on, or any of the Lego games on Game Pass?
No. One of them is.
I think so.
I don't remember which one it is because I downloaded it from my son.
like
but
those games.
none of
Those
the
games
other
are
ones
fun.
are.
I think Indiana Jones. Or
I don't
no,
remember
no,
which
that's
one
on
it is. It's a Star
PlayStation now.
Wars-
Oh,
it's
it
a
probably
Star
would be a
Wars
Star
one.
Wars one. I would imagine.
I don't
it would
remember
be a
which Star Wars one it is though. I don't remember which one it is because I downloaded it for him. Yeah, BioShock, the complete collection's on PS4. I don't remember if we talked about it or not. I can't remember.
Those
I don't
games are
remember.
cool.
Last week was a blur. It seems like.
I
Oh, do you want
And
to
you
go?
guys
ahead,
get
James.
mad at me when
I
I
was
can't
gonna say,
remember
well,
things.
I have one last
before you
thing.
finish. Okay, go ahead.
No, go. I mean, one last news story.
Do you want to finish yours? You want us to do a couple things and you finish it?
This is quick. This is mainly for me. They announced the Evo lineup this year. The games that are going to be at Evo are Street Fighter V Champion Edition, Tekken 7, Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is a given, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Under Night In Birth, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Soul Calibur 6, Sam Show, and the return of the game where you can do a fucking infinite. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Let's go. It's 2005 all over again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, MVC 2 just kicked the shit out of I forget what the other game was. But Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is back in the spotlight again. The game that came out in 1999 is back at Evo where it belongs.
That's awesome.
That's it that I have.
I'll do a couple and then Mark, you can do, and then I'll finish unless anyone else has stuff.
Sounds good.
So quick question for you guys. So it's February.
Mhm.
So during the holidays, Christmas, November, December, a lot of games have Christmas themes. At what point is it okay for the game to get rid of those themes? What month? January 1st, end of January, February, March.
exactly what you're talking about.
Like,
I would guess. I would
like,
give
what do
it.
you guys think is a good time?
I would give it 2 weeks after Christmas.
I
Just
do
because there's-
February.
Yeah, because you get ready
So
for
all
the
of January for Christmas?
Yeah.
No, just 2 weeks after Christmas is my opinion.
No,
What if it's a
okay,
game
so-
that's a live service, so it's constantly updating?
Yeah, like
That's why.
Grand Theft Auto, I think that it should be gone after like February. Because here,
I
at
ex-
least, what's up?
I was gonna say I expect the holiday, however, to start the day after the last fucking holiday. Like,
See,
So,
that's
but
the
you
thing,
have
though.
like
I don't
most of
have an
November,
issue
all
with
of
that.
December.
yeah,
You have at least
most of-
2.5 months.
No. Okay,
I think it
That's
should
not
be a
always
month
true,
for a holiday.
because say
4
like
to
with
5
GTA,
weeks.
with GTA, the snow in the server usually populate until probably a week before Christmas. At least from when the knowledge that I have of playing that game.
Okay,
From what I consistently see it
snow's
pop up.
different. But let me add,
That
have
is their
Christmas
holiday
trees.
thing, though.
Sorry, to have Christmas trees, Christmas lights, and Christmas ornaments. Let me add that. When is
It's
that
not
a
winter
stop?
decor. It's literally
Not
Christmas.
literally
snow,
Christmas
but
decor.
literally Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Like,
my
when is a good
thoughts-
stop for that? Sorry, I should have added that.
Can okay,
Like,
so
you can have snow.
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna. I may be phrasing this wrong, but I'm gonna kind of answer your question with a question. Then, shouldn't they put up the Christmas decorations at the beginning of like November then? Because there isn't really like per se Thanksgiving decorations. Thanksgiving kind of gets molded in with the whole Christmas idea.
I
It's
think
just
some
like
games
yeah,
do.
I haven't seen any personally that start around
Maybe
there
not.
because, like I said, a lot of the things get added like a week, maybe 2 weeks before Christmas, and then are gone by like the week after Christmas or like the second week of January. And the reason I think this, at least, is like why it should end in like February. Maybe sure, take out the Christmas decorations like the week after Christmas or the 2 weeks after Christmas, but like have the winter theme until like until like February, because a lot of people don't get to play. They're too busy either working because that's the Black Friday season, that's the holiday season, busy as shit, and people have family things, and like, why not allow more people to enjoy that?
So
Because
okay,
it's not
so
something that would hinder their gameplay.
so February 1st. So you're saying March 1st is way too long. So having it all the month of February is a little overboard, correct? Is that
Yeah,
the-
have it
the
go into like
consensus?
March. Have it go into like January, not January, but February 1st, like the first week of January, and then knock it out.
So an update just released of Anthem, and it's still Christmas.
Let's
They
go play,
still
James.
have
Let's fucking
Christmas
do it.
decorations, Christmas trees, Christmas lights, and they just released a new update. They forgot to take the Christmas decorations out of the game, and they said the next update will not be until mid-March, when they will finally take all of the Christmas elements out of Anthem, because
So,
the game forgot to take the Christmas decorations out today.
I've kind of decided on something with Anthem, is that I no longer think that anything they do is a mistake. It is
It's
purely to
purpose.
continue to get response and rise out of people. They're so far in the hole. They've already pissed everyone off possible. Let's just keep doing shit to get people to talk about us.
Yep.
Honestly, that's what I'm thinking is at this point. Because like,
That's
there's
the
no
game
way
plan.
EA
Yeah.
keep fucking up. It's just, hey, I wonder if we leave this in here, will people get annoyed? Let's find out.
So
Do it.
their co-game Apex Legends just released season 4, and they got rid of all their Christmas stuff, and Anthem didn't. they released
Exactly.
the
Because
They
they, knew
released
what
the
they were
patch.
doing.
patch, and it fixed bugs, but it never took away the Christmas decor that it was supposed to take away. So now they don't want to release a special update, so now it'll remain in there until March.
So,
That's nuts.
So you will have Christmas trees
Oh, man.
in Anthem if you were playing until March.
Anthem
Which is a
and
lot.
Fallout 76 are just the gifts that keep on giving.
if you
Did
play
see the preview
Anthem
for the,
and-
the reboot
Yeah.
of 76. Again,
Yep, I've
another
seen
one.
that. Speaking of another company that kind of did a blah, we talked about it last week. Warcraft 3. So,
Yeah.
lot
all over
of
the
bad
place.
reviews. Ton. Horrible.
Where's it at on Metacritic? I'll check.
So,
Let's just put it to you like this: those gummy bears on Amazon, they're getting better reviews.
so they interviewed the Blizzard's president, asking him his thoughts about this. And he says, honestly, it's been one of the hardest weeks of my life. Our community has come to expect really amazing things from us, and we've heard from them, and we did not achieve that bar whatsoever, and I sincerely apologize.
That's humble. you know.
So they did. We stand behind our games, and we've consistently showed that we not only support them, but we continue to build on them after the launch. We are committed to doing the right thing, and we promise that we will deliver you the game that you expected. So that was during an interview yesterday from the president of Blizzard, as he apologizes. And they've already released a bunch of patches for the game to fix the huge amount of complaints, including the shading modulars, mismatched colors, portrait animations, audio bugs as UIs, and they are slated to release weekly patch updates until it is fixed. But Blizzard says, do not fret. We released a shitty game. I got you. Blizzard confirmed that they were releasing several more remakes and several more remastered games by the end of this year. So you thought Warcraft 3 was bad remastered. Well, don't worry. They're coming out with more old games, remastering those, and releasing it to you.
So it's been so bad with Blizzard that they're doing a just no questions asked returns on the game.
Yep.
Just you have like there's you want a refund of the game, sure, fine, take it. And it's within like hours. You get it. The only shitty thing is if you had, say, the original Warcraft 3 installed on your computer, it basically, if you were to buy Warcraft 3 Reforged, it automatically used that key for Warcraft 3. So if you uninstall Warcraft 3 Reforged, you could never go back to the original Warcraft 3. You have to do the Reforged.
Yep. Yeah,
Well, that's not good.
It's bad. So, yeah, they're expecting. The president of Blizzard says this will be the best E3 that they've ever had. So stay tuned and be prepared for some big things. It says. So who knows? A couple more things. Do you have anything on the NVIDIA GeForce, Mark?
Yeah, so GeForce Now came out of beta, and they give you two subscription options. So you can start off with a free subscription, which limits you to an hour of game time. I've been using it. I used it for about 3 or 4 hours earlier today and yesterday to sort of see how it works on my kind of setup. The games I tried it with were Overwatch, Ark, The Witcher, Papers, Please. I tried a handful of different kind of games because I just wanted to see the performance there. And I would be okay with spending $5 a month for unlimited access if I didn't have a fancy computer.
Is it better
Okay.
than the Stadia?
Oh, definitely. Like they focused on the frame rate stuff and like the actual gaming part first rather than the quality. So like Stadia, they're just like, all right, time to push out like okay quality things and
Time to
let's not
blame the
focus on
devs.
game. Yeah, pretty much. So
Yeah, it's
would recommend trying it out. There's a free version, so
the first true rival to the Google Stadia since xCloud's not fully out. Yeah, it's the first rival to it, so we'll see
No.
how it goes.
It's not the first rival because that would say that the Stadia is actually worth something.
Rivaling.
Fighting.
Yeah.
So wait,
True.
sorry, what was that? I was looking for my e-juice real quick.
NVIDIA GeForce Now is
Oh,
their
okay,
subscription service. It's out of beta. It's on full launch.
Full send.
try it out. It uses
next-
like virtual environments, and it's really neat how it works.
Do you have to have that NVIDIA Shield? I'm assuming.
No, you use it on a regular computer.
Okay. So
You
just
have to
like
own
the.
game through Steam or Origin or BattleNet or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool.
Neat.
That's awesome. So we all know that Final Fantasy VII got delayed till March 3rd, but they forgot to delay the PC version of the game until today. They remembered that the release of the
we're doing it
PC
on that
version was slated to release before the release of the PlayStation 4 version.
How does a whole team of
Wait.
human beings forget that?
Is it coming to PC?
Yeah. Yeah, they pushed. They didn't announce it. They had announced it, but they didn't. So they have pushed the timed exclusive PC back to April 10th, 2021. So yeah, it's not coming out till next year. They forgot to push it back to match the delay of the game. So yeah, the game itself for PC isn't coming out until 4/10/21. It's coming out for every single console. Yeah, it'll
Not too bad.
I don't know. It's still not 100% confirmed if it is coming. I mean, it's going
No.
to come, but same with the Xbox version as well, but that's
They can't.
Sony has a long exclusivity deal with that.
Yeah,
for the
they
entire
extend.
year.
That's why it can't come out until after 4/10/2021, because Sony has extended their exclusivity deal until next year. So no company can release this game on the other platforms until April 10th, 2021, because of Sony's restriction. That's why it's slated for that day. If it actually will come out, who knows? But yeah, Sony never switched that, so they forgot to match the pushback. So not super amazing news, but enough. Also, a couple more Sony pieces. The CEO of the company has been questioning why are they missing E3 again for the second straight year. He responded, after thorough evaluation, we have decided not to participate in it. We have great respect for E3 as an organization, but it does not meet the vision that we are going for and what we are focusing on for this current year. So we are currently so they are holding off because essentially it doesn't meet what they're going for. They're going to be doing their own thing. I don't think it'll do anything bad. A lot of people are calling this a genius move because of the fact that PS5 is coming out this year. It kind of makes people question Sony more. Like, I'm interested to see why Sony's not doing it. And by that, it's getting the word of mouth on.
I mean, they have their own thing too, don't they?
Yeah.
Sony State of Play or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll be doing throughout the year, as well as they're going to have their own huge event, strictly Sony, where they will be talking about the PS5. If you go to PlayStation.com, they have finally opened up a link for the PS5. There's nothing in it. You just sign up to get information when it becomes available. But they have added a link on PlayStation.com for the PS5 finally. There's no price, no true specs, no real nothing yet, not even how it's going to look compared to the Xbox Series X or the, what is it?
Butt box.
Yeah. Now, there was another project name. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, the Series 1X, Xbox Series X, they already released the design, everything like that. Sony is holding off. I'm assuming we'll probably find out here in the next month or so. I don't see them waiting too much longer. There is what's the gaming awards coming up at the end of the month? The Vice Awards?
Dice
Awards? Dice Awards. Maybe there.
Maybe. I would say probably more into March.
Yeah.
Will be our first real look at it.
I can't see them waiting too long to show people what this
something coming out later this year
$100 console is going to be coming out. Like, hey, here's a new generation of console, and they don't show anybody. So we'll see. New Crash Bandicoot game is coming out, but it's not what you think. It's a mobile game. It is unknown if it'll be like a runner, like Mario, or if it'll be an actual Crash Bandicoot game.
No, it's going to be an endless runner, like a Subway Surfer. Yeah, it's been confirmed. They showed it off.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like a Subway Surfer or Temple Run.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts, their Reminded is coming out in a couple weeks. If you have not played any of the games, you can now get the complete box set on PS4 for $60. But guess what? It does not include the DLC. It just includes every other game, all 11 games. And if you're on Xbox and have not played any of them, because a lot of people who have Xbox bought Kingdom Hearts 3 and had no idea what they were playing because no Kingdom Hearts game was on Xbox. The final chapter prologue 2.8 is coming to the Xbox One X next month, the same day that the Remind is released. Why? Who knows?
You know what you can do instead of spending $60 on that game bundle?
What?
You can spend like, I don't know, $100 and get all the Yakuza games.
Facts. Phil Spencer, the CEO of, not the CEO, the president of Xbox, was asked in an interview who he finds are his greatest rivals in the gaming world now and into the future. Guess what his responses were? One would think one other big company, but
It's
Amazon?
not. Well, I know this one, so
It's probably Google and someone else.
so yeah, he completely dismissed Sony and Nintendo and said Microsoft's biggest competition in the future and now is Amazon and Google. They asked about
What?
yes, Amazon and Google are Microsoft's biggest competitors going into the future.
That's hilarious when the PS5 is gonna slap it.
well, I
Um,
think they realize that there's more money in like cloud streaming now. Like that's the hot new thing.
Yeah,
So
and that's what he said.
I feel like Microsoft, especially now with their relationship with Nintendo, they're gonna start moving away from being like almost a first party. Like they're instead of having like an Xbox, they'll just have, hey, you could stream this on the Switch, or hey, you could stream it on your computer, or hey, you could stream it on your phone. Hey, you could stream it on a box that is minuscule in size, but it could still play things. That's where they're going, and they realize that the console market is starting to die. So that's why I think they're dismissing Nintendo and Sony as rivals.
So to a follow-up, someone asked, you forgot Nintendo and Sony. And he says, not to respect Nintendo and Sony, but traditional gaming companies are somewhat out of position. I guess that they could try to recreate, but we've invested tens of billions of dollars in cloud computing and cloud gaming over the years to make us stand with the other companies, and Google and Amazon are the only ones that can rival us.
Not Google. Definitely
Yeah,
not
I
Google.
disagree.
Yeah,
He
definitely not
says-
Google.
About Google.
If
He says that
Sony
it's-
wanted to put their foot in the door, they'd fuck things up. I
Well, they
think.
did. It's
Not in
called
the bad way,
PlayStation
but,
now.
Yeah, he's,
Okay, but like differently, yeah, I guess.
Phil Spencer says it's not about how many consoles you sell. I don't want to be in a fight over the format wars. While Google and Amazon are focusing on how to get gaming to 7 billion people around the world without a console. No offense to Sony and Nintendo, but they are not on the ultimate level. And ultimately, the goal is
Sony's
cloud.
doing exactly the same fucking thing.
So Phil
Everyone-
Spencer is throwing some fighting words down with Sony.
Nobody talks about PlayStation now. Nobody does. And you
yeah,
know
I haven't
what?
heard anything about it in
hurts.
forever, dude.
It's doing well as far as I can tell.
It's staying alive.
They're
So
bringing
that's
it to
good.
Vita and Switch, so pretty dope.
Yeah, he basically just completely said, "Yeah, forget about Nintendo and Sony. They can't compete with us. I got to worry about Amazon and Google."
Google's not a threat though.
No, Google is not a threat.
Well,
So-
I think it's the concept that they're
Google
trying
effectively
to do
shoots
it.
themselves in the foot every time
Like-
they try to do something.
That they're trying, and they were the first ones to activate this cloud gaming service to a bigger platform. And that's why he says, and Amazon's doing it too. Amazon's developing their own, as well as Amazon has Twitch, and Microsoft has Mixer. So
Yeah, I mean, it's smart that Google, Amazon, and Microsoft are all doing this
Google's
stuff.
YouTube.
They because they all make cloud infrastructure stuff already.
Right, that's kind of their back end business, anyways. Like Amazon, that's where the vast majority of their income comes from is cloud computing.
Yeah, that's pretty much where all their money comes from,
And
their
hosting,
revenue.
server hosting.
Yeah.
I don't like this whole cloud gaming thing. Not a huge fan.
Well, Mark just said that he was using the Nvidia one and it seemed pretty decent.
Mhm.
I could
I
could
s-
just be like stuck in my ways. Like I like fucking games.
Yeah, you
I like
old
getting
motherfucker.
video
Nate,
games.
Come on over
I know James is
sometime.
on the.
Come on over sometime and try out the xCloud stuff because it's solid.
But
With
like,
him.
don't you like getting a new game and
Oh, yeah,
unpackaging
all the time.
it and like putting it in? Like the only thing that sucks, obviously, is like, oh, it's got to fucking download and then it's got a copy. But whatever.
Well, look at Microsoft though. They made an Xbox that you can't even don't have a disk drive on it.
That didn't do well.
No, it didn't, but they're still that's what
The
they're.
Xbox SAD was bad.
That's what
Yeah,
the
and if you want
focus
to
is
feel
on.
like, yeah, and
The
if you want to
sad
feel
box.
like you just got that brand new game and want to unbox it and open it, just go to the Hollywood Video and rent it.
There you go.
You can't do that.
But you can't unbox it. In the Hollywood Video, they still.
No. I remember my favorite place in the whole world when I was a kid was a game on a store on State Street called Game.
Family Video.
Nope, GameStop. No, not GameStop. What was it? It was right on the corner, and it was Movie Stop. Is actually what it was
Okay.
called, and it was a
No.
2-floor movie rental place.
Oh shit, I
And
remember that place.
The first floor had like movies and music because they also sold music. And on the second floor was nothing but video game rental.
I remember every Thursday we'd go to the movies, go rent a video game every
what are the-
Thursday.
What are the
I-
kids gonna remember when they grow up now?
I remember.
What are they
Nothing.
gonna rem-
Yeah.
I was thinking
kids
about
are
that the other
gonna-
day. Like,
Is
what
there
are
any
the kids
family
growing up
videos in
these
Erie
days?
anymore?
Yeah, there are. There's still
Yeah.
a few.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
probably.
few.
Yeah.
You still see them here and there with the
Yeah,
family videos.
there's the
even
one
down
over by the
here.
airport, and then there's the one up over my way.
I think there's
Okay.
always going to be one place that does.
There's one Blockbuster. It's the last one that's open. It's in Oregon.
Oh, the
It's the
one in
only one
Alaska closed.
Yeah,
As far
it's
as I
the,
know, yeah.
Damn.
yeah, it's the only one left is Blockbuster in Oregon, but it's not owned by Blockbuster. Like the owner bought the rights to the store, so he's
Oh,
the
really?
only. Yeah.
I
So
remember
people
going.
essentially just go there just for nostalgia.
Yeah.
I remember going to Starlight Video
Yes.
all the time. I was the only
Eagle
guy
Video. Giant Eagles.
that. See, I
thing,
never
Eagle
went to.
Video?
I never went to Eagle Video
No.
because Starlight
either.
was like a 5-minute drive from my house.
Okay, we had both. They were like, one was right here, one was right here.
Does anyone remember fucking Wegmans Video?
Yeah.
The fucking video store side of Wegmans. That shit was lit.
Yeah, we didn't have one
Love
close enough, but I do know what you're talking about though.
I see
The
like
only one out of the box I remember really is the movie stop. Place was awesome.
So do you
they
think him?
killed so many things.
Do you
Kids are-
think him saying those fighting words? You think that's gonna make Sony relent? Kind of like, I don't know if I want to partner with you in cross games, or they
Not at all.
don't
I
think
don't
they
think
care.
that's gonna matter.
It's just gonna
yeah,
piss him off.
yeah, that's not gonna. It's not gonna matter.
But yeah, they said no offense
Because
to
I'm
them, but
sure.
they're not a
I'm sure
competitor.
Sony sees the same way with Microsoft.
They have two different visions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they really have two different visions? I think they're on the same path, just going different ways to do it. And Nintendo is like, fuck you guys, I'm selling better than both of you, and
Yeah.
not one of you is looking at me, so whatever.
Nintendo's a threat in a different way.
Nint-
Nintendo's only a threat in the sales aspect, as to where everything else they can't really compete. Truthfully, in my opinion, at least, they're not.
Graphical, no.
Nintendo's always
Yeah,
been.
they're not an experience.
Nintendo's always been, at least since Microsoft entered the game,
Family console.
it's always been you've either owned a PlayStation or an Xbox and a Nintendo.
Yeah, your Nintendo's always been that that second console that the family plays, or everyone sits down in the front room and hangs
It's like
out.
that
with.
friend you bring on a date just to be there.
Like honestly, that's what it's gonna be when I get my Switch. Switch is gonna be in the corner, and I'm gonna play it when I have friends over.
Supplementary console.
And
Yeah.
like, I have you, but I'll play you when I remember you're there.
Like
Quite
this is
literally,
This is my Smash machine.
yeah.
That's all I need.
Quite literally, I always had my PlayStation was in my room. We had a Xbox in the front room for like movies, family shit, and then my GameCube back in the day was in the
Aw.
basement
I love
where
my
my friends would come over. We would all plug our controllers in.
Just
and we'd
Dance,
play
baby.
games.
Just Dance
the-
wasn't
the
on
Wii.
GameCube.
Me and my
I meant the
buddies
Wii.
got stomped in some Sonic Adventure Battle 2 quite a bit.
There you go. That's awesome.
Play Sonic Adventure 2 on the
no-
Dreamcast, you nerd.
A couple more pieces that I have, then I'm done.
Never played a Dreamcast.
Zombie Army 4 came out. It is
I know I hurt you.
Jesus Christ. Zombie Army 4 Dead War. It is a game with relentless hurls of undead hordes that continually come at you. It is a 3-person co-op across all levels, modes. And it's a pretty straightforward World War Z.
It's Nazi zombies, but a full game based around it.
Exactly. Except they added a feature that is not in any game. So in PlayStation, a lot of people don't realize
I read about that.
that there is. I'm not gonna be able to see it. On here, see those dots? That's a microphone. That's a
That's a speaker.
microphone. So it's a speaker. That's what I meant. It's a speaker. So in certain games, sound comes out of that speaker. It's actually pretty cool. So in this game, you pause the game, and all of a sudden,
That's a lot better.
yeah, there you go. That's a better. And you pause the game, and all of a sudden you hear, "Play with me. Please come back and play with me. Come back."
That
It
is
actually
so clever.
whispers to you when you're in the pause screen. So you
oh
wanna-
my gosh.
Yeah.
You go and take
You
a
want to take a
shit.
pause from the game, and all of a sudden, come play with me.
I will in
A
a
guy-
minute. I have to go get a drink. Shut
Hang the
Um,
fuck on! You're so needy.
I'm almost
So-
ready.
There
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
a clip.
Gotta recharge for round 2. Fuck.
I don't know. I'm gonna see if this will work. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear or not because I tried it earlier and I was testing.
Oh, he's checking that out. Correct me if I'm.
There's a content claim here.
But besides
No.
the Wii, let's put Nintendo to the side. To talk about the two main is like Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation's always been the one to kind of have more intensity when it comes to like physical controller abilities, and like the first game that I got to play it in, at least, and I think it was actually one of the big factors about it, is that Infamous 2, not Infamous 2, but Infamous Second Son, you actually had to shake the controller to to get the spray paint can ready, and then you had to click the one trigger to use the spray can, and you had to move around to physically do
cool.
things.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think Xbox has ever done anything like that.
No, they've been pretty straightforward with their controllers. I mean,
Fuck
even
yeah.
if we go back
Add that
to
functionality to Jet Set Radio.
even fuck, don't eat. Oh, that'd be rad.
And I feel like the
That was my
Kinect was a
favorite
bit of a
game
different
without-
thing too.
Bro, Jet Set Radio for the Xbox when it came out with it was one of my favorite games of all time.
I had
The
the
size
original
still-
GameCube.
Yeah, and that dude. Every once in a while, I'll throw that playlist together, or I'll look for it on YouTube.
Nakamura
the
is
soundtrack
a
to that game.
hilarious man. He is a great human being. Apparently a huge Family Guy mark. He's a huge fan of Family Guy. He changed his Twitter icon to just Peter Griffin, and everyone's
Nice.
been memeing at him.
Hey, beta.
Hey,
Let me know
Peter.
if you guys can hear this or not.
All right.
This is what it says. Let me know if you can hear this. Hang on.
I gotta turn my music down.
Believe in you.
You can do it.
Wait for it to go. Hang on. I don't know if it's playing or not.
Well, this is dead air.
Yeah,
It is.
that's nothing
Oh,
but
there
dead
it
air.
is.
Sounds like a good time to talk about something.
Yeah, I don't know if that's working, Walker.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be
I don't think
working.
it is.
Zilch, my
I
dude.
don't hear it.
I don't
either.
hear nothing.
So the Dreamcast was like the coolest system ever.
Was it?
Yeah,
When
dude.
it first
that-
came out, yeah, dude, it was
yeah.
ahead of its time.
It was great. I mean, it had
It was way
online
ahead of its
play.
time.
It had the
Right.
VMUs. The VMUs alone are worth the price of admission. Do you remember the VMUs, Jeff?
VMUs?
The memory
those?
cards for it that had the
Yes,
LC
okay.
that had the screen on it and the buttons. Think of a Tamagotchi, but it was
Yeah,
like your
okay.
memory card.
Yeah,
And you
Why?
could-
it was.
In Sonic Adventure 1,
They
you
were
actually use that to raise your
Chogen?
chows.
Cows, that's what they were
What?
called.
Yeah,
you would,
you would
have
take
virtual...
it around with you. Like a
And the
That's
LCD.
Tamagotchi.
super cool.
And do mini games on it and shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
it
I-
was like way ahead of its time.
If I
Why don't we
had-
have this shit?
Sony also did something like that too, but that failed miserably in Japan.
Didn't that go to the Vita though?
No, that went
the
to
PSP?
the PlayStation 1. No,
Ah.
PlayStation 2, sorry. If I had my Dreamcast controller nearby, I would love that VMU. I could talk about it all day long.
Nice. That's super
Love a
cool.
VMU podcast.
Yeah.
Special
The
edition.
The
VMU
VMU podcast.
That's it. You just talk about the happenings in the VMU.
The Dreamcast
environment.
podcast. Like, it's just 2 hours of me just
Talking
oozing
about
all over
Dreamcast
the
every week.
Dreamcast. Yeah. And how great of a
Okay.
system it was.
I fixed it. I have my internet muted, so no one, so like fucking ads don't play through. That was the problem. Okay, here it goes. One second. Did you hear it?
No.
Not a
guys
single
can hear
fucking thing.
No? Oh, I just said it. It's saying play with me. Come back and play with me. Okay, never mind.
Dead, Jim.
So the Sega Dreamcast.
But never mind. But no, if you look it up though, it's actually pretty cool. I don't know why it's not playing because you
It
guys
played through
heard.
yours.
You guys heard when I was. You said you guys were here in the Oscars, weren't you?
Yeah, when you were
Yeah,
when
we
you
didn't
were
hear
throwing it
anything.
on there, yeah, when you had it on your screen, yeah, I heard it.
Yeah,
just
that's why I
fine.
was testing because I wanted to do this. I wonder
Like
why that
that-
didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything coming from.
Do you
Yeah,
think
it's-
it could be the fact that like it's from YouTube and YouTube might have some blocking?
I was
No, he
watching
was on
YouTube,
YouTube.
TV when I was playing the Oscars. That was off of YouTube TV.
Oh, you have
Isn't
YouTube
that
TV now?
different though?
Nah, I don't think they're able to tell. Wait, not in live time.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, sorry about that. But that's what that was. But yeah, it just whispers for you to come back when you're in pause mode, which is actually pretty cool. I've never seen a game actually ever do that before.
What, is that a specific game or is that just a console?
Zombie Army 4.
Yeah,
Because it's a zombie game, so it just whispers to you in a creepy voice. They tell you to keep playing.
mainly you saw the speaker used in things like a lot like when you're reading like when you have like an audio tape, it would play through that speaker, or like when you're playing like MLB The Show, the players, you would hear players talking on the field through that speaker.
Yeah. GTA, when someone calls you in GTA, like on the phone, it comes through that. So it makes it sound like you're talking to somebody on a cell phone.
That's
Pretty neat.
Yeah, last three things I have. The president of Super Smash Brothers agrees with the community that there is too many Fire Emblem characters.
Oh,
He
good
said
old
in his recent tweet.
They're like, we
Slap
don't.
cry.
That's exactly what I told them, but they're like, no, everybody loves Fire Emblem. And
Yep.
I said no. I said, I'm
Oops.
the boss, and I said no. But then I was
Trying to
like,
get him to
okay,
fucking stop.
fine.
Oops, too many
I'll
Fire
let y'all
Emblems.
do it. One more.
Yeah, he joked in a tweet. He was like, "Yes, I agree. There is too many Fire Emblem characters." As he just so at least he admits it. So that's always a plus.
Yeah.
The Outer Worlds is selling pretty well. It has sold over 2 million copies
Good for them.
so far, which is actually pretty good. Take-Two says it is going to continue making the game, including potentially making a subscription model for the game, but is unknown what it'll be. Obviously, they have GTA 5, which has done over 120 million in sales, making it the #1 selling game in history. So good job for them.
I'm
They were
surprised. I'm still surprised. Skyrim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 haven't.
Yeah, I know. They were looking into, like I said, a subscription offerings that offer better suited categories and catalogs to their clients and customers across all platforms. It is not known when that'll happen or if it will. But that is something to keep an eye out, so that'd be kind of cool.
Everyone's getting a subscription service. You're getting a subscription service. You're getting a subscription service.
I have a subscription service. We have a subscription service. So
We do.
They have a
Subscription
subscription
service.
service.
Patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. Go there to support the stream. Don't expect Beyond Good and Evil 2 anytime soon, according to Ubisoft.
Go fucking figure. It's never coming out.
we
We can't have nice things. The game.
I don't know what this game is.
It was a cult classic on the Xbox and GameCube.
Okay.
They are slated to release 5 AAA titles beginning April 2020, going until March 31st, 2021. Ubisoft came out and said they are going to be the first company to have 5 games released for the new generation consoles. The games
Fuck.
include,
Watch Dogs Legions.
Watch Dogs Legions, God,
Gods
and Monsters,
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Quarantine, and 2 other games. And people questioned, okay, awesome, we're going to get Beyond Good and Evil 2. And they came out and said, no, that is not one of the 2 games that is unannounced.
New Assassin's Creed.
Yep,
Guaranteed.
one of the games, I guarantee, will be Assassin's Creed because they talked
Most
about
likely.
it. Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. which is the Viking version of Assassin's Creed. But yeah, they came out and said they are excited to be the first company to have 5 games that will be readily available for the new consoles. So good for them.
Yeah. So
Hey, I'll actually maybe be able to play Watch Dogs on my brand new system. Buy a system just for Watch Dogs, and get it, on launch day to have no Watch Dogs. Fuck it, Ubisoft. Fuck.
and then when you get
Watch
it, it's only a
Dogs.
third done.
Yeah, I know.
No, then I get it. It's a mediocre piece of shit.
Yeah, probably. It's going to be something stupid. We're not going to
It's
release
usually
it
how
on
it
time.
goes.
Last piece of news. Who likes Borderlands? Not many people anymore. Just kidding.
Can't.
Tales from the Borderlands 2 is in the works.
Ooh.
It's a Telltale game. As a sequel to Tales from the Borderlands 1. So,
Huh.
Good old
that-
Telltale.
Good old
so keep an eye out for that. They are looking to release it early 2021. And that is all I have.
Nice.
Anybody got any lisps?
I don't, but I have releases.
I don't have a.
Yes.
Oh, we got
Mark
something
still
to
has all
talk
his.
about too as well.
What?
What about that thing, Walker?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
waiting for Nathaniel.
Mark.
Thanks for.
What the fuck are you waiting for? Oh, okay.
I mean, not Nathaniel. While we're waiting for Mark, 'cause we still have his news. While we're waiting for him, the sweepstakes we were talking about. So to commemorate our 1-year anniversary of the Level Unlocked podcast, we will be posting a link to a sweepstake page where you can sign up, put your name and everything, and we will be doing a drawing for a $50 gift card to Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox, whatever one you choose. Make sure you include your email so we can reach out to you. You can pick which one you want, and we will send you the code. So that is our thank you for you supporting us. So we will support you in that sense. That is for the community. That is from us here. So yes, a $50 gift card. We will be posting it on our social media pages when the link is available. We will be working that later today. We were gonna do a follow type situation, but we decided it's easier to do a sweepstakes where you can go in, put your name in, put your email, so that way it is randomly generated, and we will announce the winner momentarily coming up this week as based on how many people.
Next
Oh yeah,
show.
we'll next show. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll announce it next show in commemorative of our hosting on the website.
No, I would
Podbean.
I would say 2 weeks.
We should give it some time.
Yeah, give it
Wanna do
it
2
like
weeks?
2 or 3
Let
weeks.
it build.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it 2 weeks as well because we have next week. We have all of our we have new people that might be coming in too. So give everyone a chance to be a part of it. So on what is it, March? We'll say March 1st. That's the Sunday.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Let-
that should work.
Yeah, March 1st, we will announce the winner of the sweepstakes. We will announce when it is up, when it is posted. And as always, make sure you do follow, love us, like us on all the social medias. You don't have to, but we greatly appreciate it.
It's the best way to
and-
keep in contact with.
Yes, and
this
it's the
kind of
best
stuff.
way to
Keep
know
updated.
when it is posted because you're not gonna know it's posted unless you follow us on one of the social medias. So
Exactly.
make sure that you do follow us so you can get the links so you can go and put your name into the drawing. And
Yeah.
Mark, what news do you got, buddy?
He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I need $10 from each of you.
I'm all good to go.
Oh, I thought you had some more news. Okay.
No,
Well,
you
then
said it all.
Let's go to releases.
All right, this is the week of the 9th through when?
Ah, it's fucking fine.
16th? It's 7 days.
Sure. Well, whenever next Sunday is. So let's take a look at the games coming out.
Next Sunday's the 16th.
Okay, let's take a look here. So, Pawarumi comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. Mosaic comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. Reed Remastered comes out for the PS4 and the Vita.
What?
I like it.
Okay,
doing
comes
things
out
again?
on the
You
11th.
thought it was gone and it just keeps sticking in there.
Please re-release.
Glass Masquerade
one.
2 Illusion comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. Project Starship comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. Under Hero, not to be confused with Sans Undertale, comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. The Adventures of Zero Zero Dilly comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. Everyone's favorite game, the one that we've all been waiting for, The Unicorn Princess, comes out for the PS4 on the 11th. Reed
Fuck yeah.
Remastered comes out for the Xbox One on the 12th. Project Starship comes out for the Xbox One on the 12th. The Adventures of 00 Dilly comes out for the Xbox One and PC on the 12th. Outbreak Epidemic comes out for the Xbox One on the 12th. Super Mega Space Blaster Special Edition. No, Special Turbo comes out for the Xbox One on the 12th. Azure Lane Crosswaves comes out on February 13th for PS4 and PC. Daemon X Machina comes out for the PC on the 13th. Florence comes out for the Switch and PC on the 13th. Wolken Lord of Mayhem comes out for the PC on the 13th. Nom Nom Apocalypse comes out for the PC on the 13th. Glass Masquerade 2 Illusions comes out for the Switch on the 13th. Ballistic Craft comes out for the PC on the 13th. Underhero comes out for the Switch on the 14th. Just kidding, the 13th. You thought I lied to you. I gave you guys a ruse. How long do I have still?
16th.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, Darksiders Genesis comes out for the PS4 and Switch on the 14th. Best Friends Forever comes out for the PC and Switch on the 14th. Glass Masquerade 2 Illusions. Hey, we've seen that game a few times. Comes out for the Xbox One on the 14th. Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl Gold comes out for the Switch on the 14th. Spaceland comes out for the Xbox One and PS4 on the 14th. Under Hero, hey, Return of the Hero comes out for the 14th on the Xbox One. I guess I didn't lie that last time. Street Fighter V Championship Edition comes out for the PC and PS4 on the 14th. Dreams finally comes out on the PS4 on the 14th. And finally, the return of Reed Remastered, the last Vita game ever released, comes out for the Switch on the 14th.
I still the
That was
15th.
James on releases.
There's nothing on the 15th, 16th, 17th up until we got until the 18th, so we're fucking good. We're golden.
Perfect. Couple TV and movie releases that I've seen. For those who care, season 40 of Survivor starts on the 12th.
Shit, that show's been going on for like forever, like
I don't
20
even
years, 20 years probably.
Like 20 some years. Yeah, the 40th season.
My God.
I can't believe people still watch that show.
My mom still watches that show.
It's unreal.
I think that's all that watches, just mothers.
Yeah, pretty much. And
single
the only
mothers.
other big thing that is coming out is this motherfucking Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, take your girlfriends, take your husbands, boyfriends, cats, dogs, girls,
Bros,
take everybody, bros. Take your loved ones. Don't take them to dinner. Don't take them to a rom-com. Take them to see Sonic the Hedgehog. They ask, hey, where are you taking me tonight? What's romantic? I got this.
I
You
got
roll
you,
up, oh,
fam.
we're going to see a movie. You don't tell her. You sit down. Motherfucking Sonic the Hedgehog, boys. Let's make it happen. And she just stares at you the whole entire time like, hey, what? What's not to love on Sonic, man? Sonic the Hedgehog, the long-awaited movie that was remastered, redone. The creator and director of the movie wanted to kill himself because everyone gave him death threats because he made a really horrible-looking Sonic.
I didn't think it was that bad. I'm gonna say it.
It was pretty
It
bad.
wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good.
It was pretty
To
bad.
move it back an entire year to redo the whole movie, $200 million redo.
The only thing that bothered me was the teeth. Other than that, I thought it was fine.
So they redid the whole thing, and I'll be honestly, if I was that director and this movie comes out and it's a box office bomb because of how long it got delayed, I would be furious at
It's not going to
everybody
be.
for making me redo the movie, and it just basically hemorrhaged money.
Okay, so curiosity. Everyone, what do we think it's gonna do opening weekend?
I'm gonna say
Ballpark
50 million.
That's what I was thinking about 50.
Thinking 50 million?
Yeah, I hope so.
I'll play. You know what? I'll shoot for the stars. We'll say 65.
Shit.
What did someone look up? What did Detective Pikachu do?
A lot.
It did do a lot.
Probably like 110 million or some shit.
Let's find out.
I don't think it's gonna be.
It's not going to do nearly as well, but I really hope so.
So Detective Pikachu looks like it did. if it wants to show up. Thought I saw it.
144 million.
Oh,
It's
no,
box off. It's
domestic.
58 million. It did.
In
It
the
looks
United
like it did.
States, and then worldwide it did
Oh,
what
opening.
Mark said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did they?
that was
How much did they
58
actually
million.
spend? How much did they spend to repair the damages of the?
The total
character?
movie
The
after
Sonic movie?
after Sonic, it was like $210 million. Is
How
what it
did-
came
That's
out to be.
so much more than what Pikachu had. Pikachu
Yeah.
only had 150 mil.
Because it was about $150 million when it came down to paying everybody and doing all the edits and everything along those. It was $100 million to make the movie, and about another $100 million to re-edit it.
And then that's also not including any advertising.
Yeah, and then taking all the merch down, everything that they released, the shirts, the costumes, re-releasing it all. So yeah, the movie needs to probably do
Yikes.
$300 million total to at least break even, if not more.
Wow.
Which Detective Pikachu did, according to this, did $432 million, making it the most successful video game movie of all time. Not that I don't think Sonic will come close to it, but it needs to do at least $300 million to be successful.
If it does good, it might. If it does, if it is,
It looks
Dude,
funny. It looks
it
way
looks
more
like
funny
it's gonna
than
be good. But the Pokemon clan is way bigger.
People
than
have
the Sonic
more-
Clan.
People have more of a attachment to Pokemon than
Yeah,
Sonic.
Pokemon has such a higher.
So they did Pokemon. They did Sonic. If they made a Mario movie the right way,
No.
live action, would it do good? Because you
No.
have your Pokemon followers, you have your Sonic followers, and then you have your Mario followers.
All they have to do is remake the new one, and it should be fine.
So the question,
Just do a
So the
remaster
thing-
of the new of the original, and
The original Super Mario Brothers.
the thing is,
re-release it, and it'll do $100 billion.
I think the
It'll be-
problem with making a Mario. Sorry.
No, that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry. The thing is that with Mario, actually, I'll preface my other two first. With Pokemon and with Sonic, at least there's a legitimate storyline.
And there's a character you can
What
follow,
is
too.
what is Mario?
It's about
There's no
well, okay,
actual
all right.
story.
Yeah,
Hold
there
the phone
is.
there, Chief. There is. I mean, if we follow
The base game of Mario.
if we follow the
Yeah.
lore that was established in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show starring Captain Lou Albano, we know that there are a bunch of plumbers from Brooklyn that just so happened to get sucked into a warp pipe and brought them to the Mushroom Kingdom.
So if
What-
they had, like, what
Are
if
you,
they...
are you referencing a game?
I'm referencing the was it like 19 like the 1990 or 1989 cartoon show?
Yeah, the original, like, back the
Yeah.
the first show. Like, if they had two live people, and then they had, like, the actual turtle Bowser, instead of just a dude that was named Bowser, I think that actually might be a decent movie.
What would the story be?
The same as
But
the
how-
Plumbers
original
have
story.
to yeah, they just
Yeah,
have
they
to
Save the Mushroom Kingdom from
From
Bowser
Bowser.
and then save the princess.
yeah,
who's turned
So-
all the
and go
little
back to
dudes
Brooklyn.
into blocks and
Yeah.
So
Turtles and coins.
personally, I think the only movie that would do well in a Mario aspect, I think if they did a movie adaptation of Sunshine, it would do fantastic. Sunshine is the only one I can recall with at least for me, I've never I played a lot of Mario games, but that had a beginning to end full plot point. This is
Odyssey,
everything you're doing.
Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey could be good too. So
'Cause
like
that's just Super
when
Mario
I think
Sunshine
Mario,
Part
I
2.
think of old Mario. I think of like side scroller, beep beep beep, kill Bowser, beep beep beep, kill Bowser.
Glitch
I don't
through the
think they'll
wall
ever
to get
do-
to the end.
Yeah,
I don't see
Fucking
them
ride
ever
down a
doing a
flag.
Mario movie again, but they might. You never know.
I could
I
see it
never
better as
expected
a
them to do
TV
live
show.
action Pokemon, so
It would do
I
better
could
as a
see a
TV
TV
show.
show,
yeah. Because
like a
then that
mini
gives them,
series or something.
yeah.
Monster of the
Yeah, I was
Week.
thinking
if you
about
will.
that because now they have they make Mario. Now they have all the three big things from the 80s, 90s.
And
So-
then they could do a fucking a Mario versus Sonic tennis movie, or go to the Olympics movie. That'd be fucking sick.
Fucking hilarious. That'd be hilarious. That'd be amazing.
When's the Mario
Now
Party
they
movie?
gotta make a good live action Dragon Ball Z movie, and then we're set.
Yeah,
Not gonna
because
happen.
the first one was horrible.
The
That
only
was
thing
trash.
good, the only thing good about that movie was the PSP game that came from it. It was actually a pretty semi-competent fighter game.
Interesting.
You're a pretty semi-confident fighting game.
Yeah, I try.
Oh,
Facts. Facts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, call that a podcast,
sure
boys
is.
and girls.
Hey,
So make sure that you do follow our social medias everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Level Unlock Podcast. And make sure you follow us on the Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
I love it. Because we will be posting, once again, our sweepstakes for our $50 gift card from Steam, PS4, or Xbox, whatever one that you decide that you want. When you win, we will announce it March 1st.
Robux.
Yeah, Robux.
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 Hell
Robux.
yeah.
$50 in
Oh, yes.
Robux.
I love it.
$50
Roblox,
RuneScape
baby.
card.
So
Minecraft have money?
No.
No.
We could buy
I
2
wasn't sure.
On
Minecraft
our
cards.
servers it does, because that's what I do.
So just make sure you are paying
capitalism and
attention
everything.
to those, because that way you can know exactly where to find us, and you can find us personally throughout the week. Where you can we find you, James? What you gonna be doing?
So I might get back into Jedi Fallen Order and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Who knows? One of
Might
these
be
days I might
Roblox.
do it. I might play Roblox instead. That seems to be popular. What is a constant thing though is Yakuza 7 and Final Fantasy Yakuza 0 and Final Fantasy 7 on youtube.com/people8studios. And you can also follow me on Twitch at the same thing. And then you can follow me on Twitter at peopleIHate10. I retweet a lot of memes.
I like it.
Cool.
What
Okay.
about you, Mark?
You can watch me make mediocre content on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. Whenever I do it, who knows? How about Nate? What's up with you?
Well, with me, what we're doing this week, if everything goes according to plan, I plan on playing probably watch me freak the fuck out while I'm trying to do obstacle courses in Roblox. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably gonna be a thing I'm gonna do. I can guarantee that's gonna happen at some point. I get real mad at that. I get really upset
you
with
do.
that game.
You get tilted
Oh,
On a
Shit
whole
doesn't
nother-
make sense.
on a whole nother tower.
12-year-olds don't know how to make a positive fucking game, and it doesn't work. Anyway, let's not have a whole conversation about that. Yeah,
just make our own
EA.
levels.
yeah. Dude, honestly, like we should do that. We should that's another thing I would like to do actually.
no.
If we want to insert some time, we can build some Roblox
Oh,
levels.
no.
Let's fucking make it,
This
boys.
time I'm never gonna get back.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
Other than that, Wednesday, I hope to actually get some GTA time in, because we kind of waysided that the past 2 weeks, and I miss it. I miss 5M. I have a couple of friends who miss 5M play with us again, and any
People actually
literally,
play.
yeah, like so. Just a heads up, the kind of the RP servers require people to play. So if y'all want to join a community and come hang out on the beautiful people's server that you see on my screen, splash screen, and then Mark Dude is right above him. They both made this. This is their little love child. It's a beautiful fucking server. A lot of shit works really. Obviously, with 5M, there's always some form of thing that can randomly want to kill everything. But yeah, it happens. Come
I don't know how
join.
that shit works.
Come
That's
hang out.
Mark. He's the Jedi Master. I'm the kid that just does busy work when I know how to do a thing.
You're the youngling that Anakin kills.
Yeah.
Yes. Eventually, you'll be executed.
Yeah.
But
My boy Trout is the Ark server.
But yeah, come. I'll get to that too. But come hang out. Come play with us, please. It's a good time. We'd love to have more people.
Wednesday
Well,
nights are when we all get together and do that.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Thursday, I still don't have anything, but that's probably going to become Roblox or whatever the fuck I play at night.
But we
Not
do
this
Overwatch
Monday.
that night a lot of
Oh
times.
yeah. I forgot. Like if we miss 1 week, I forget that Thursdays are filled.
Well, they're not really
Um,
filled. I mean, you can always do your own thing, but Open
No,
invitation to the
I
Overwatch.
genuinely enjoy the Overwatch. Well, we didn't do anything, and I forgot about
That's
it.
literally Aimright's favorite night of the week. He's like, I like gaming, but Thursday nights, I look forward to that week, every night.
Hell
Or-
yeah,
I look
same.
forward to that night every week.
Fucking not this week because I have plans tomorrow night, but next Monday, I plan on streaming some shit. But I'll talk about that again in the next podcast because that's not this coming week. Other than that, not a ton at all. We'll probably revamp the stream. Probably gonna sit down probably Wednesday and rework the whole thing. I have a couple different things I want to do to it. I want to tweak a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's my week. I'm probably gonna play Assassin's Creed Odyssey soon here too. I want to stream that, and I'm far enough in where I can just redo the first part. But yeah, that's the week. Find me everywhere at YF Kitsune. I keep saying everywhere, but I mean like YouTube. Just as much as I would like it to, I need to start clipping things and I'll look through videos and do that. But yeah, that's me.
It helps.
What about you, Walker? We always fucking wait for you. What's up? What's going on?
Talking to one of my guys in my chat,
What's up,
JJ7
Rich?
Plays. He gave us some jokes, but unfortunately, I let him know that I can say said jokes on the air. Unfortunately,
Are they that bad?
They are that bad.
So
unfortunately.
after the stream, then, right?
Yes, I let
They're
him
good
know that
jokes, but I can't put them on.
Yes, I told him I was like, I will share the content with you after the fact. But if this didn't get uploaded to every podcast server in the world, it would be a different scenario. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
this is our podcast, so I can't say them on air. But myself, you can find me at Captain Geach 15 on everything. Need to get back into Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Goku has been lonely. He's still sad. He's still dead. We haven't resurrected him, James. Like, we gotta resurrect him.
Gotta
Wait,
no, he's
no,
alive.
Goku's alive. What are you talking
Yeah, he's alive.
about?
He's just really hurt. That's
Yeah.
right. He's just really hurt recovering. So, Roblox, probably start a role-playing server there. All of us will together. And
No.
but they have community
No.
builders, so you never know.
Please no.
Build a Roblox community and kind of go from there. So, same concept as everybody else. Don't really have too much
Fucks in your
going
roleplay
on
servers.
this week, so but just the norm, getting back onto that schedule, getting back into the swing of things and kicking ass and taking butts. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing Ark on Fridays as well.
Yes.
Mhm.
What about you, Mock?
He already went.
Oh, you
just
Mark.
talked
Okay,
to Mark.
Schroeder. Sorry.
Jeff.
Oh god.
Schroeder.
So yeah, man, we got the Thursday night Overwatch. Wednesday night we're doing the GTA 5M RP server of justice in Los Santos, the Fresh Maker server. Dole, Days of Our Lives, good time, open invitation, unless nobody shows up, and then I'm not playing that shit. So I'm just
You
saying.
can't do
I'll be
much
playing-
without people.
I know.
Yes.
I'll play. I mean, at least Ark I can play by myself. Mark's been killing it in Ark by himself lately, actually. Then we do Ark on Friday night. It's a good game for that, isn't it? I like Ark because if I really do want to just get away from everybody else, I can just go somewhere off in the mountains, set up a little tree fort, and tame something I've never tamed before. And it's really, isn't it strategic as fuck? Like when you really think about it, like some of the things in there, if you just run up to it, even in the best armor and the best weapons in the entire game, you're gonna get destroyed. But if you do it right and you plan it out, you can walk away with a win without losing too much. You know, so it is a good Zen game in that way. But there's so we got 5M on the Wednesdays, Overwatch Battle Royale on Thursday, and Friday we have Friday night social with the Ark. Yep, and both as we've said a couple times, both of those servers are open to the public. So if you guys are trying to join, both of them are generally RP and PVE. We try not to. We do. I don't know. I think I might open it up to PvP once a week for a
Talking
couple
to you,
hours.
Mike Richards.
Yeah, when we get. Yeah, I know, right?
You're still on here. I see you. We're talking
And
to you
Mr.
when you gaming.
Harrington when he checks the show out. So it's fun for building. It's good. I added an economy mod to it now, so you can actually take your stuff to a community center area and sell off your goods.
And it
And,
does not cost 5,000 berries for a
And it
coin.
does. Yeah, it doesn't cost 5,000 berries for a coin. Dude, I had to literally go in and add each individual item
Oh,
to the buy array and to the sell array, and then I fixed the
Yay, programming.
yeah, lots of it, and then the NPC huts had some stuff in it that you shouldn't be able to get, so I had to actually, in order to change one thing, you have to actually rewrite because it goes to the default, unless you put something in there. But if you put something in there, then you have to put everything in there. So I've been going through and adding one fucking item at a time. It's fun. Yeah, dude, the Gus file, the game user file, it's like 3 times longer than it was. Now that I've added those, but it's good. It seems to work. I won't know if the huts are working until they despawn and respawn in. So just let me know if you see any more absorbent substrate.
The fuck you looking at, James?
Looking
But
at
other
you
than
doing whatever
that-
the fuck you're doing.
Other than that, I can be found on
Answer.
Facebook and the Instagram at Splash Green G, or Team Splash Green. Splash Green Gaming on YouTube and Twitch, and Splash Green G on the Twitter. And I actually just got a Snapchat, but I don't know how to use it. So once I figure that out, I'll be doing that.
Making it work.
You be
add me,
snapping.
my guy. I'll help you.
It's funny.
Snapping
I
each
haven't-
other back and forth.
Yeah, it's pretty funny what you can do with that. So
But
I
yeah,
was a bird the other day.
I fucking love it. But make sure, one last piece I forgot to add, if you do want to support us, like us, help us out, get better, get more content, better things, better logos, patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. You can be our first exclusive Patreon. Donate as much money or little as money as you want. That goes directly back into the
$1
podcast.
helps.
It helps pay for the server, as well as it helps pay for getting new logos, the entrance music that you hear when you have the audio only version, things along those lines. And follow us once again on all the social medias so you can be aware of when we will be posting the link to the $50 gift card sweepstakes for our 1-year anniversary. And make sure definitely check it out again next week, as next week we are being hosted by Podbean themselves. We will be on the front page of the website, as well as we will be on the page of app, red smack right in the effing middle. Big fat red Level Unlock Podcast logo, boys. And we thank you all very much. We love you. And we'll see you next week for our sponsored week of Level Unlock
Hell
Podcast.
Yeah, that'll be
Good night,
really cool.
everybody.
Bye.
Peace.